And welcome back to Black Hills Energy Stadium for a doubleheader today on this Saturday afternoon, a hot Sunday Saturday afternoon, July 1st, here in Spearfish, South Dakota. I'm Sean Massa, the voice of the Sasquatch for the summer of 2023, bringing you all the action and the comfort of your homes as if you were here with us at Black Hills Energy Stadium. And if you're not, you can join us right here in the stream because we got the Sasquatch and the Sodbusters going at it again for games 2 and 3 of their series. We're going to be making up one of the games from earlier in the season that got canceled due to weather. It was supposed to be the first home series of the year. 2 of the games rained out. We'll be making one up today and a 2-game, both 7 innings doubleheader. Yesterday was game 1 of the series on Friday in front of a record-setting 830-plus person crowd here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It was a doozy of a game that saw the Sodbusters get out to a 5-0 lead early on in the first 3 innings. No outs in the 3rd inning. A 2-run shot by the Sodbusters made it 5-0 in favor of the visitors, and the crowd here in Spearfish was silent. Head coach Jarrett Hunt went to Zach Romans in the bullpen, and the rest is history. Zach Romans 1-2-3 in the 3rd inning, 4th inning, and 5th inning, and at the bottom of the 5th inning, it's no coincidence that after Zach Romans went 1-2-3 for the 3rd time in a row, that the Sasquatch put up 6, took the lead, and went up 8-5. 1 run would come across the rest of the game for the Sodbusters, but an 8-6 victory that saw Zach Romans finish it out all the way till 1 out remaining when Joe McBride came in, went down 3-0 to the only hitter he saw, came back with 4 straight pitches to make it 3-2. 3rd pitch got fouled off, 3-2 remaining, and then a nasty breaking ball absolutely froze the batter for the Sodbusters, and the Sasquatch walked away with an 8-6 victory in Game 1 to improve their second-half record to 2-2 in front of, once again, the record-setting 832-person crowd here, and get some fireworks for a good reason at Black Hills Energy Stadium, leaving with a victory. We saw the Sasquatch in that game. Zach Romans was phenomenal on the bump. We also saw the defense for the Sasquatch step up, double plays. Luis Reyes at shortstop making on the money, on the throw, runs on his backhand, fading away on his back foot to end an inning. Absolutely sensational. We saw the outfield Bryson Hoyer with a diving catch in center field to save an easy single into the gap, and then ultimately we saw Trey Vorwald in left field tracking down baseballs towards the line like it was no today. Vorwald had himself a night yesterday in the leadoff spot for the first time in the season yesterday. He's back in that position today, manning left field again. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 walks. Got on base 3 of the 5 times he was up to the plate and made some phenomenal diving catches in left field to help preserve the lead and ultimately get the win for the Squatch. We stepped aside to talk to Trey a little bit about what is his 2nd summer in Spearfish this summer and ultimately about the season as a whole so far on July 1st. Sean Massa joined by Sasquatch outfielder Trey Vorwald. Trey, it's obviously your 2nd summer here in Spearfish, and really we just want to know, I want to know at least, I bet the fans at home want to know, what kind of drove you back here to Black Hills Energy Stadium for this summer?
Man, I'll tell you what, I love it out here. I love being in Spearfish with the scenery, all the people out here, my host family especially. I mean, I have the absolute best host family. They take great care of me. They're feeding me before games, stuff like that. And I'm just happy to be out here with Bach and a couple of the other returners here too. Them coming back, having friends, being familiar with the place, I just love it. So.
And obviously, you're off to a pretty hot start here. You've been all throughout the lineup all year, obviously manning left field most of the season, and all throughout the lineup, really 1 through 9. You've been leading off as of late, and you've had a lot of success there. Is there really anything certain that you're doing right now at the plate?
Yeah, just trying to see some pitches, man. Trying to see, a lot of pitches and let guys behind me get a feel for the game. I think it's important for the leadoff guy to see some pitches, try to get on base, try my best to get on base, because once we get that leadoff guy on, man, there's a high percentage of us scoring. So.
And then you've been great defensively as well for the Sasquatch, and you seem to read every fly ball like almost to a perfection, especially going towards the foul line over there in left field. Is that really something you pride yourself in, something that you work on in the offseason and during school ball?
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Like just trying to get good reads in BP and getting work from Coach Jarrett and stuff, hitting me fly balls and stuff like that. I mean, the more fly balls you see, the more repetitions that you get, the better you get at it. So,
perfect, Trey. Thank you so much for joining us today on the pregame show. Good luck today. Catch Trey and the Sasquatch going at it in a doubleheader today against the Hastings Sodbusters. First pitch, 3:35 when we get back. Game 2 will begin shortly after the conclusion of Game 1. Sasquatch looking for 2 big W's today to improve their second half record. That was Trey Vorwald talking about his season so far in Spearfish and returning for the second summer that he has repped a Sasquatch uniform. He has been sensational in left field, and the entire defense stepping up yesterday in a huge way to preserve that lead, a lead that we might have thought was going to falter at the end, as the Sasquatch were only able to muster one hit after that monstrous 5th inning coming in the 6th inning, but their defense and pitching staff was able to close that one out and finally get back in the win column, improve their second half record to 2-2, get back to 500 before going 3 more games against the Hastings Sodbusters here at home before heading to Casper to face the Spuds for 3 games there, concluding the 10 games in 9 days to start the season for the Sasquatch in the second half. They go on the road following the doubleheader day on Saturday and another home game on Sunday to finish up the series against this Hastings team. They go on the road after that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to visit Casper. Then they get a beloved off day before coming home and playing the same Casper team here on the weekend in another series. It's going to be a hectic second half here in Spearfish, South Dakota for the Independence League. The Sasquatch are trying to make the playoffs here, and there's no one better to do it than this team that's seeming to catch a little bit of steam going on here at a pretty close series with the Big Sticks. Ultimately dropped that one 2-1 in favor of the Badlands Big Sticks, but already off to a hot start with a Game 1 victory over Hastings, looking to keep it going here. Julio Romero going to take the bump for his first start since when the team from Pierre, the Oahe Zap, joined us here at Black Hills Ranger Stadium when Julio Romero pitched an absolute gem against them. He's back out onto the bump after his 6 days of rest. He is going to look to get this Sasquatch team off to a hot start in this doubleheader. First pitch can be right back here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live at 3:35 for Game 1. Game 2 will begin shortly after the conclusion of the 7-inning Game 1. Make sure to come join us here. I'll be bringing you all the action. I'm Sean Massa signing off here before we get to the first pitch shortly here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live.
Yeah, set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come.
Here's a throw on the money, perfect show. Line drive, left center field, will score one. That ball had a family DJ tonight.
Here we come. Here we come.
Slider, outer third, bang, throws him.
Yeah,
what a play on the forehand to throw to first. Vintage Ryan Buck.
Here we come. Here we come.
for joining us as we take on the Hastings Sodbusters. Later on tonight, it's Indiana Jones Night, presented by Wolf's Plumbing and Heating. This is game 2 of 4 of the weekend series, as the Sasquatch took game 1 last night. Starting lineup for the visitors from Hastings, Nebraska. It's the Hastings Sodbusters, coming in 0-2 in the second half of the season and 6-19 overall. Leading off this afternoon, number 14, right fielder Kyle Hiltbrand. Batting second, number 31, Landon Gaz. He's a first baseman. Batting third, number 33, center fielder Gage Frank. Batting fourth, number 5, second baseman Marcos Cabreras. Batting fifth, number 16, catcher Rusty Wortman. Batting sixth, number 15, designated hitter Nick Jones. Batting seventh, number 19, third baseman Anthony Chavez. Batting eighth, number 9, shortstop Josh Brenner. And batting ninth, wearing number 25, playing left field, Cale Jensen. Starting on the mound for the Sodbusters for game 1 this afternoon, number 28, Dalton Juden. And now, your lineup for the Spearfish Sasquatch. 2-2 on the second half of the season, 13-16 overall. Leading off on this Saturday afternoon, number 3, left fielder Trey Borwald. Batting second, number 24, second baseman Ryan Bachman. Batting third, number 19, designated hitter Seth Nelson. Batting fourth, number 27, playing first base, DJ Bannon. Batting fifth, number 9, shortstop, Luigi Reyes. Batting sixth, number 35, third baseman, Chaz Brook. Batting seventh, number 28, catching, Nolan Ackerman. Batting eighth, number 11, center fielder, Gage Croft. And batting ninth, number 5, right fielder, Parker Bledgy. On the mound this afternoon for the Spearfish Sasquatch in game 1, number 7, Julio Romero. Head coach for the Hastings Sodbusters is Joel Schipper. Head coach of the Spearfish Sasquatch, Jarrett Hunt. Fans, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps, as our national anthem this afternoon will be sung by the Spearfish Sasquatch trainer, Sammy Cole.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched, verse of gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sammy.
We're checking in here at Black Hills Energy Stadium for another home game for the Sasquatch here in the beginning of the second half. The Squatch in their second series got a win yesterday against the Hastings Sodbusters to get their record back up to 2-2 in the second half. If they make a playoff push, trying to secure that second half victory and get in that championship series in the first week of August. Julio Romero taking the mound for the Sasquatch, trying to propel this team to a Game 1 victory here in this doubleheader action against the Hastings Sodbusters today. It's going to be a good one today, a hot one today in Spearfish, South Dakota. The sun beating down on us, no cloud support at all, blocking the sun off, maybe cooling us down here. No, it's going to be a crisp 83 degrees here at first pitch, and it's only going to get hotter here at 3:30-ish at Black Hills Energy Stadium. First pitch going to happen here shortly. The time currently 3:41. The peak of heat today in Spearfish is now, and you can definitely feel it here in the crowd here at Black Hills Energy Stadium for Game 1. You can definitely feel it as well. Game 2 today going to go quickly right after Game 1. Going to be about a 30-minute grace period. Reline the field, get a little bit of time for the players to refuel, stretch out a little bit, and get ready to go for Game 2 in this one. It's 2 games. Sasquatch, Sodbusters here, bringing you all the action on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. I'm Sean Massa, the voice of the Sasquatch in the summer of 2023. Going to bring you all the action in the comfort of your homes as if you were here at Black Hills Energy Stadium with us on this beautiful and this sunny Saturday afternoon. Leading off for the Sodbusters is going to be the right fielder, Kyle Hiltbrand. We saw him in Game 1 yesterday of the series for a little bit, but not a fun day for him to start out that one, so he did not see the field in the end of the game. He gets the nod to lead off here in Game 1. Here's the first pitch from Romero. It's going to drop in the zone for a strike. Behind the dish today, it's a new face here in Spearfish. It's Nolan Ackerman. He's going to be behind the dish for the first game today. His first action, we're going to see him in Spearfish. Romero up 0-1 early, looking to get a quick start going and avoid the little bit of a hole that the Sasquatch were in yesterday as that one swung on and fouled off Ackerman. It's going to be an 0-2 count. We go through the defensive layout for the Sasquatch today. Chaz Crook back at third base after having himself a pretty nice day over there at the hot corner yesterday. Luis Reyes at short as always. Ryan Bachman at second, that middle infield duo back at it. DJ Van Atten manning the cleanup spot once again. He's going to slide in at first base today. Romero looking for a quick, easy first out. Here's the pitch down in the dirt. Tried to get Hiltbrand the chase. Leaves it off. Count goes 1-2. We go to the outfield today. Bryson Hoyer not in the lineup today for Game 1. Taking a little bit of a break. It's going to be Trey Vorwald in left. Gage Crott manning center field. And Parker Bledgy really plays everywhere in the infield. He's going to slide over to right field today for Game 1. That one's going to be lined into left field. It's going to be a leadoff single for the Sodbusters. Their offense was absolutely fuming yesterday in the first 3 innings where they put up a nice 5 runs, got to a 5-0 lead, but we know how that one ended. Zach Romans came in the game and shut it down. But the offense picking up right where they left off in the first 3 innings last game, leadoff single here in the first. Brings up Landon Gaz, going to be the first baseman, second hole hitter once again for the Sodbusters. A very close, almost the exact same lineup for the Sodbusters today, other than a new catcher, and obviously the other Juden brother going to start pitching for the Sodbusters today. That pitch misses inside. Count goes 1-0. Romero had got that one on the inside chalk. The home plate umpire today going to be Josh Henwood. He was in the field yesterday. He takes over behind the dish for Game 1. 1-0 from Romero. The breaking ball finds the zone, evens it up at 1-1. In the field today is going to be Kelly McNary. He's going to probably take the dish. Game 2 would have to imagine that they're just going to switch back after this. The same crew yesterday, just in flip-flop positions today for Game 1 of the doubleheader. Small lead over there at first. Romero just trying to get a big out and a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Ackerman keeps it in front of him, got him to go fishing a little bit. It's a 1-2 count. Got ahead early on Hiltbrand. He made him pay with a single to left field. We'll see what he can do here against Landon Gaz. 2, 3, 4 now due up after the leadoff single. It's Gaz, Gage Frank, and Marcos Cabranes. 1-2 count to Gaz. Here's the pitch from Romero. Outer corner, froze him for the first strikeout of the game and the first out of the inning. Julio Romero, 1 away. A nice spot outside, and it doesn't look like Hastings wants to take any swings at pitches on the outer third. As yesterday, that's where a lot of frozen strikeouts from Zach Romans came. That's where Oliver Wilson was getting a little bit of his success at. Didn't have a lot of it yesterday, as he had a pretty rough outing. But when he found success, it was locating on that outer half of the plate. First pitch up high to Gage Frank. He fouls that one off. It's going to be 0-1. Marcos Cabranes, the second baseman, on deck. This part of the Sodbusters lineup Obviously, the meat and potatoes at 3-4-5, but yesterday, not really a lot of success from this part of the lineup. 3 combined hits all game, obviously well, but only 3 for about 9. Now we're going to be hit hard in the left center gap. Vorwald giving chase towards the wall. It's going to drop. Runner's going to head around second. Hiltbrand going to be stopped at third. It's going to be a double for Gage Frank. 2 runners in scoring position now, early on with 1 away. An absolutely hammered double into the gap. Speedy Trey Vorwald and Speedy Gage Kroc couldn't get there, so that's how you know that thing was well placed in the gap and almost nearly uncatchable and nearly untrackable. Now a chance to jump out to an early lead again. Marcos Cabreras now in the cleanup spot with a chance to drive in some runs. Cabreras man second base and hitting the cleanup spot yesterday. He singled in the first inning to drive in some runs, but after that proceeded to go 0 for 4. Did reach on an error in the 7th inning. Put the ball in the air all 3 times that he got out yesterday. We'll see what he can do here. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Rusty Wortman, the new catcher for the Sodbusters team. He stands on deck. He's the only change in this defensive layout for the Sodbusters. It's him and Nick Jones flip-flopping. Wortman hitting 5. Nick Jones going to hit 6. 1-0. Here's the pitch from Romero trying to get out of this little jam early. Gets that one fouled off the edge of the bat. Count goes even at 1-1. Definitely a scorcher today in Spearfish, South Dakota for Game 1. Hottest day we've had all year. Obviously, you say that only about 83 degrees, and we're going to get a lot hotter later in July. But compared to yesterday, I mean, it's almost a 15-degree difference. You can definitely feel it. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Romero. That one taken inside. Looked like a great spot. It gets called for ball 2. A good spot from Romero. Doesn't get any benefit of the doubt. He falls behind 2-1. DJ Van Atten playing in on the grass at first. We've seen Van Atten get ground balls with runners on third and gun the runner at home. We'll see if potentially Cabreras puts in a right spot for that play to happen. That one's hit weakly into left field. Vorwald steps in. Hiltbrand at third's going to tag. The throws from Vorwald's going to be cut off by Crook. It's a sac fly RBI by Cabreras. It's 1-0 Sodbusters again in the first inning. Frank stays at second. A good cut by Crook as that throw almost had no chance of the well-hit ball by Cabreras. Vorwald couldn't gun the runner. Hiltbrand got a good jump. It's 1-0 Hastings early again. We'll see if they can get the offense going all game now instead of just in the beginning half. Same thing can be said about the Sasquatch, though, now with 2 away, is yesterday, their 8 runs, 6 of them came in 1 inning, and all 8 of them came in the span of the 4th and 5th innings. After that 5th inning, 6-run barrage, they did not have a lot of success offensively. That one outside Ackerman tried to pull it back in, did not get the call. Count goes 1-0. You look at yesterday, Hastings was a team that jumped out on offense. They had over 15 hits in the game. They were just absolutely pounding baseballs, and they have 2 hits already here in the first. That breaking ball gets the outer half of the plate. Romero fights back after the first pitch. Ball outside, goes outside again, gets the count to go 1-1. Runner on second, Gage Frank with Rusty Wortman, the catcher, up. He has a chance to put an RBI on his night early and maybe make the lead double at 2 if he can put this one in the outfield. Try to get that breaking ball to get the outer half again. This one just misses in the right-hand batter's box. It's 2-1 to Wortman. Rusty Wortman did not play yesterday, but we did see him earlier in the year when the Sasquatch saw this Hastings team, which was supposed to be a 3-game series, ended up only being 1. Now Wortman had 2-1. Going to hit that one softly down the line and foul out of the ballpark here. And it's 2-2 with 2 away. Wortman on the season. The 5'10 freshman from Northeast Community College comes into the series hitting .214 with 10 walks, only 6 RBIs. A chance for number 7 here. We'll see if Romero can get out of this with only the minimal 1-run damage. 2-2. Here's the pitch from Romero. Reyes backs off the runner at second. In the dirt, Ackerman keeps in front of him, and the count's going to run full. Full count out of Wortman. Nick Jones, the DH, standing on deck, and that's definitely not the person you want up on deck, as he had himself a pretty nice day at the plate yesterday. He was 3 for 5 with 2 singles, and obviously that moonshot of a 2-run home run that ended Oliver Wilson's night in the 3rd. Here's the payoff pitch from Romero trying to get out of the first. Then hit down the third baseline and foul. Crook giving chase, but runs out of room. That one goes into the bullpen. We'll do full count part 2. Jones on deck, Anthony Chavez, the third baseman. He's in the hole. If the Sodbusters offense can keep on rolling, they scored a handful of runs in the first inning yesterday, and they have one already early today with a chance to make it 2 with a runner on second. Payoff pitch from Romero again, outer third, and he missed on the breaking ball. Wortman gets a walk in his first plate appearance of the series, and that brings up the man that you don't want to see right now. That's Nick Jones, the DH. He has been hot in this series against Sasquatch pitching.
Now batting for the Sodbusters, number 15, designated hitter, Nick Jones.
Nick Jones singled in the 9th inning. He was a 2-out single that gave this team a little bit of life and had them with a tying run on base after Anthony Chavez, who directly followed him, walked. But it was Joe McBride who got the best of the Sodbusters and closed out the victory. First one misses outside to Nick Jones. It's 1-0. Crook playing really close to the line at third. DJ Van Atten sliding about one step over. Here's the 1-0 from Romero. That one misses outside again. He's really trying to get that breaking ball that starts on the right side and catches the outer half. Something the Sodbusters have been leaving off almost seemingly all day and all series yesterday. But today, just Romero not being able to locate it early, it's 2-0. Jones with 2 runners on had the chance to break this game open early once again. Breaking ball, that one finds his own. A nice curveball from Romero. It's 2-1, fights back. Sodbusters got off to an early jump yesterday and already an early one today. That's been the biggest weakness of the Sasquatch so far, is those first innings. And almost every game they've had at home here in the second half, aside from Game 3 against Dickinson, they have let up a first inning run, and the trend does not change today. A good fastball right there from Romero. Count goes 2-2 with 2 away. Now 1 pitch away from getting out of this with minimal one run damage and potential to strand 2 runners on the base paths. Jones in a 2-2 count with 2 away. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Romero. Swung on and chopped up above Romero. He jumps up, makes the catch, goes over to first. It's a 1-3. Julio Romero gets out of it. 1 run comes across, 2 runners stranded on board. The 4th out of 5th home game this year in the second half. The Sasquatch have let up a first inning run. The offense going to look to get going early and avoid going in an early hole like yesterday. Vorwald, Bachman, Nelson when we return.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today, and let's get you to your peak.
And we're back with the bottom half of the first inning here in Game 1 of the back-to-back doubleheader. 2 7-inning games today here in Spearfish, making up some lost games we saw earlier in the season against this Hastings team today with a 2-game doubleheader, both 7-inning games here in Spearfish. Out onto the bump, it's going to be the other Juden brother. It's Dalton Juden, who has been absolutely sensational. The Hastings ace gets to start here in Game 1. He's appeared 6 times, 32 innings. He has been unreal. A 3.3 ERA, a 3-2 record, 28 strikeouts. It's a 9 walks in those 32 innings, a 6.6, 230. Other Juden twin we saw Fred yesterday. Dalton gets to start here. First pitch misses outside to Trey Vorwald, the leadoff hitter for the Sasquatch. Vorwald, Bachman, Nelson due up, trying to get back that first inning run that Hastings was able to jump on early, as they did yesterday. 1-0 to Vorwald, takes that pitch in the dirt, gets away from Wortman behind the dish. We'll go over to Hastings' defensive lineup today. Juden obviously on the mound, Wortman behind the dish. We go on the infield, it's the same thing as before. Chavez at third, Printer at short, Cabrenas, and Gaz manning the right side of the infield at second and first. Vorwald takes the 2-0 inside for a strike. Count goes 2-1. Go to the outfield, and once again, the exact same as yesterday's start. Jensen in left, Frank in center, and Hiltbrand sliding back into right after being replaced in the later stages of Game 1. That one just missed. Count's going to go 3-1. Looked like it could have been a strike. Hastings voicing their displeasure, in the dugout, but a 3-1 count to Vorwald. Here's a 3-1 to Vorwald. Watches that one. Just missed the zone, apparently. Cabranes puts his arms up at second. Trey Vorwald's got a lead-off walk. Pretty tight zone so far in this one from Josh Henwood.
Number 24.
Very much different from yesterday with Kelly McNary, who the outside of the plate just looked like it was 9 times larger yesterday. Josh Henwood with an early tight zone. Trey Vorwald takes advantage, gets a 5-pitch walk. Bachman takes that one above the head, gets out of the way, drops the bat. It's a 1-0 count. Nelson Van Atten now due up Bachman, trying to look for a better yesterday. He was 1 for 3 with a walk. Vorwald had 2 walks yesterday, ball being 1 for 3 as well. He gets his 3rd walk. He's going to take off right here. The throw from Wortman's going to be a little bit high, and this time Vorwald slides in, and he's safe with a stolen bag. Vorwald nearly had a stolen bag yesterday from that exact same throw in the exact same spot, but I think he got the word from the dugout that he was safe by a mile and didn't have to slide. He didn't slide and was tagged out on the little bit of a high throw. This time slides under the tag. He's safe pretty easily. He's in scoring position for Bachman. Bachman in a 1-1 count as that last pitch was called as a strike from Henwood behind the dish. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Juden with some early trouble. Vorwald in scoring position. Bachman watches the breaking ball go low and away in the dirt. It was a pretty enticing pitch. It looked like Bachman looked like he might have wanted that one. Lays off, gets ahead 2-1. We'll see if Juden can locate well. I mean, this is a pretty tight zone. Got to try to at least adjust to it here with a 2-1. That one misses low and away again. That one not even close, just like ball 2. Ball 3's in the dirt. It's a 3-1 count to Bachman. We'll see if he can work a 5-pitch walk. The same thing Vorwald did to lead off this game. Vorwald with a really small lead at second. No one holding him. Here's the 3-1 to Bachman. Takes that one in the dirt. Gets away from Wortman on the plate. Vorwald's going to take third easily. Bachman takes first on his walk. And now runners at the corners. A chance to get that run right back. Dalton June having early troubles locating his pitches. And now Vorwald advances. Seth Nelson up to the dish now, manning the left-hand batter's box. A chance to put an early dent in to the Hastings lead. They lead 1-0, but now the tying run 90 feet away, and the go-ahead run represented by Bachman, who stands at first with no outs. Nelson had himself a day yesterday. His first at-bat in the 2nd inning. It was really bad. Put that one up in the air to shallow left field. Ended up being Printer's ball. He retired it to the shortstop, but then 3 for 3 with 3 straight singles in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Finished his day 3 for 4 with 3 singles. He was absolutely balling out there. Was definitely one of our player of the game candidates if it wasn't for Zach Romans pitching an absolute gem out of the bullpen. Nelson with a chance to break this game open and tie it up quickly after the leadoff run from Hastings takes strike 1 outside. Nelson was hot yesterday to conclude the game. We'll see if he can get hot right here and start out with a base hit. Takes that one in the dirt at the 1-1. Juden not locating well at all. While the zone has been pretty tight, and especially was on Vorwald to lead off walk, seems to have messed with Juden in the head a little bit because since then he's put 4 pitches in the dirt of his total 6. Here's the 1-1 to Nelson. Outside on the outer chalk, doesn't get the call from Henwood. Count goes 2-1, not locating well at all since that one to Vorwald, that was a little bit of a question to walk. 69-mile-an-hour breaking ball right there from Juden. Changing up the speed. We'll see what he does here on the 2-1. Outside again on the right-hand batter's box. Nelson bat did not leave the shoulder on the last 3 pitches. It's a 3-1 to the Sasquatch DH. Van Atten standing on deck. Definitely not something you want to do is load the bases for a bat as hot as DJ Van Atten's. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Nelson. Gonna rip that one high in the air into left center field. Frank going over in the gap. On the run, he'll make the catch. Vorwald's gonna tag. It's a sac fly RBI single that knocks the game at 1 early. Seth Nelson does a job. This game is tied. Seth Nelson does a job right there. May not be rewarded with a base hit as he got jammed a little bit on that one, but that ball well hit enough. Gage Frank had no chance to gun the runner. They just keep Ryan Bachman at first. One away, DJ Van Atten to the plate now, trying to keep the offense rolling. Van Atten was also pretty good yesterday. Did not have a base hit though. Was 0 for 2, or 0 for 3, excuse me, but reached 3 times. Watches that one outside. Doesn't like it. Gonna step out. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, reached on an error in the 5th by Hiltbrand Wright, but walked and was hit by a pitch. Almost hit by a pitch every single game, it seems like. 0-1 to Van Atten. He's going to ground that one weakly down the first baseline. Foul. It looked like it might have hit his own foot on that one. He jumped up immediately. It's an 0-2 count to the cleanup spot. Luis Reyes standing on deck. If Van Atten can at least keep this one going. Bachman on first. Reyes on deck with Chaz Crook in the hole. Reyes had himself a game too yesterday. He was 2 for 5, single and a double, pair of RBIs. He's on deck if Van Atten can advance Bachman. That one low in the dirt doesn't get the call. It's going to be a 1-2 to DJ Van Atten. Van Atten has been hot. Came in to this Dickinson series with a bat that has just been absolutely scorching, and now looking to get it going once again. Here's the 1-2 to Van Atten. Takes that one up at the chin. Gonna be ball 2. Evens it up 2-2 after falling down in an 0-2 hole. Van Atten was really hot, especially against those big sticks, where he was 3 for 4 with a walk and 3 singles in game 3 of that series. Chops the one over to short. Printer rushes in, flips it to second. Cabrenas can't corral it, and the player's gonna be safe. Bachman safe at second. Another error by Marcos Cabrenas. DJ Van Atten reaches on an error, and what looked like it could have been another inning-ending 6-4-3. The exact same thing happened yesterday where Printer flipped it to Cabrenas on a seemingly inning-ending ground ball, and Cabrenas just completely fumbled it. Bachman is safe at second, 1 away as DJ Van Atten reaches, and Luis Reyes comes up to the plate now, still 1 away with a runner in scoring position once again. Errors by the Sodbusters, the story of yesterday's big inning, and the story so far is they should be out of this inning already as Reyes chops the one over to first. Another chance. Gaz goes to short. Printer back to first, and the 1-6-3 does get the play. The double play ends the inning after the error almost put a disaster on it. Sasquatch strike back. It's 1-1 heading into the second inning.
Shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice play.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Top of the second inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It's a 1-1 knot after Seth Nelson did a job there with Vorwald on third and no out to sack fly, unable to get anything else going. Bachman was stranded on after DJ Van Atten reached on an error that kept the inning alive, but then it was a 3-6-1 double play that was able to end the inning on the very next pitch to Luis Reyes. Brings up the 7th spot. Anthony Chavez, 7-8-9, due up for the Sodbusters here in a 1-1 game where they have the only hit of the ball game still. It's 2-0 in that aspect, but 1-1 on the board. Chavez leading off, then Printer and Jensen due up. Checks his swing on that one outside. He went around, and it was a strike. It's going to be strike 1. Romero trying to recover after the first inning run. The Sasquatch have now let up runs in 3 of their 4 games here in the second half. 0-1 count. Romero trying to get the quick first out and avoid a lead-off base runner, that one in the right center gap. Going over is Pledgey. He'll take a step back, and now he'll make the catch. Veered a little bit too far over to his right. Went back one step to the left. Makes the catch. One away. A lead-off out for Romero. Brings up Josh Printer, the shortstop. Cale Jensen, the left fielder, standing on deck. This part of the order, it was Printer yesterday that went down looking and saw the game on a breaking ball go directly in the middle of the zone. He didn't like the call, but we went back and checked. I don't know how you can get more middle than that ball was. That one inside, get the strike call, doesn't like that one again. Looks back at home plate umpire Josh Henwood. Nonetheless, an 0-1 count. Printer had 2 singles yesterday, ended his night 2 for 5 as well with 2 Ks. See what he can do here in his first at-bat. He struck out swinging on his first at-bat last game. If he can align, then went over to Reyes. Doesn't even have to budge. Luis Reyes, nonchalant, makes the catch. It's a line drive out for the second out of the inning quickly. Luis Reyes right there barely moved the glove even. He just kind of reached out and just let it come to him. What a play at short. Just instinctively makes the catch. 2 away to Cale Jensen. Cale Jensen now, he homered yesterday. Watch his first pitch go in the dirt for ball 1. He homered in yesterday's game early in the second inning. Of the leadoff solo blast on Oliver Wilson was part of that big first 3 innings for the Sodbusters. Gets up 1-0 on Romero and 2-0 as that one misses outside. Top of the order set to roll over with Kyle Hiltbrand, who right now is one of the only 2 hits of the game with a leadoff single to lead off this game. He also scored the only run for the Sodbusters up to this point. 2-0, Romero's got to locate right here and get back in this one. Doesn't want to fall down early. That one in the dirt and inside. Tried a fastball, just slipped away. It's a 3-0 count to Cale Jensen. Jensen yesterday with that solo blast home run, obviously in the second inning. But other than that, went 0 for 3 with a line drive to second base. And Ryan Bachman made the play, putting the ball in the air 2 times and also striking out. 3-0, that one outside but caught the zone. Jensen was ready to throw his bat. It looked like it could have been a ball on the outside chalk. Josh Henwood calls it a strike. It's a 3-1. Romero gets another pitch to try to salvage this one and go 1-2-3. 3-1, 2 away to the 9-hole hitter and left fielder Cale Jensen. That one low and inside, and that one's going to miss. It's going to be a 5-pitch walk. That one, at least from this view, did look more like it could have been called a strike than the last pitch that was called. Maybe a bit of a makeup call from Hedlund right there, but nonetheless, a walk for Jensen. He's on first. Top of the order with Kyle Hiltbrand. He singled, came around to score on the sac fly from Cabranes to left field. Now a 2-way trying to start a 2-out rally. Fouls off the first pitch over into the Sasquatch bullpen. Romero hasn't started a game, has not seen action since the Oahe Zap were in town when he pitched a pretty nice game against them. Did give up a lot of hits, but did not see any come across. Only 1 run came across the entire game. Was letting up base hits, but retiring those batters as needed. Swing and a miss on that one up at the letters. It's an 0-2 count to Kyle Hiltbrand, Landon Gas standing on deck. Top of the order for the second time today in the second inning of game 1. A small lead over at first from Jensen, and Romero 1 pitch away from getting out of it. That one swung on, hit sharply up the middle. Off Romero. He loses his glove, barehands it, goes over to first. Julio Romero. Another play by him on the mound on a ground ball to get the last out of the inning. Julio Romero, beautiful heads-up play. Lost his glove, barehands it, turns around, fires a rifle to first. Ends the top of the second inning. We go bottom half. Sasquatch looking to take the lead. It's Crook, Ackerman, and Crott when we come back.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Chaz Crooks at the lead off the inning here in the bottom half of the second. Julio Romero had a beautiful play once again. He's now ended both the first and second inning with a ground out right back to him. That one maybe a little more tricky than the one in the first. A line drive off his foot, loses his glove, loses his hat, turns around, barehands the ball blindly to first, and gives it right to DJ Van Atten. That one goes in the zone against Crook. It's going to be 0-1. Juden trying to get a better first inning than he had in the first. He only went at 5 batters, but a sac fly RBI from early trouble with the Vorwald and Bachman walks. That one going to be chopped weakly behind back to the Sodbusters dugout from Crook at an 0-2 count. Chaz Crook yesterday was pretty sensational. 2 for 3 with a walk, a single and a double, and a pair of RBIs on his night. See if he can continue to be hot today at 6-7-8 for the Sasquatch. Crook watches that one outside. Wortman tried to pull it right back in from the left-hand batter's box and get the outside of the plate. Does not get the call. Count goes 1-2. Nolan Ackerman on deck for his first Sasquatch at-bat. Arrived here yesterday. He's in the lineup behind the dish for head coach Jared Hunt. 1-2 to Crook. Outside swing and a wave. 4 pitches, gets the first out via K, and it's a leadoff out for the Sodbusters, apparent to the walk that was last inning the Vorwald.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 28, catcher, Nolan Ackerman.
Nolan Ackerman up to the plate now, his first Sasquatch at-bat. Manning behind the dish today for the Sasquatch. In his first game, his first at-bat comes right here as the second batter of the inning. Leaves off that one in the dirt. Going to be ball 1. Ackerman from Southeast Missouri State. This is his first game. So here we go. A pretty big, pretty nice moment to be in. One away, trying to get a leadoff out and try to get, or a leadoff base runner after that out. And get on base and get some offense going for this Squatch team who has not had an early lead in a while. The last early lead they had was Game 3 in Dickinson, and that one did not end the way they wanted. 2-0 count as that one got behind Wortman. Juden trying to fight back. Ackerman's going to ground the one over to third. It's going to go to the left of the bag and foul. Looked like it was going to be an easy play for Chavez if he decided to stay fair with a lot of weak contact down the line. Count goes 2-1. Ackerman looking to get a 1-out base runner for Gage Crott, who stands on deck, and Parker Bledgey, the 9-hole hitter, in the hole if the Sasquatch can get on the board here and get some base runners. That one outside, Wortman really trying to pull stuff back in frame, but that one misses once again. Count goes 3-1. Ackerman in a 3-1 count. Now the catcher with Gage Crott, the center fielder, and Parker Bledgey in right field, standing in the hole. This is 7, 8, 9 of the Sasquatch lineup. The 7-hole hitter, Ackerman, with a 3-1 count. Going to ground that one over to short. Off 2 hops is Priner. Throw across diamond is a little bit high, but no problem for Gaz. There's 2 away. Quickly, 2 outs in this one. And Dalton Juden settling in nice after having a little bit of trouble locating in the first inning, letting that first pitch walk to Vorwald, where it seemed like he hit his spots with a tight zone from Henwood. Rewarded Vorwald first and ultimately rewarded Vorwald the tying run in this one. Gage Crott, the center fielder in the 8 spot, comes up trying to avoid being the 3rd out of the 1-2-3, but takes strike 1 low. Crott yesterday was pretty sensational when he took over in right field. Was 0 for 1 in his only at-bat, but had some nice plays in the right center gap. Chops the one over to short. Pinner walks and off 2 hops. Took a weird bounce, but he goes over to first. The throw is in time. He got him. 1-2-3 for the Sodbusters. We go to the 3rd inning, still knotted at 1. Sasquatch still hitless, but yet this game is tied.
Replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Julio Romero back out for his third inning of work here in the top of the third inning of game one. It was a 1-2-3 inning by Dalton Juding, getting a strikeout on Chaz Crook and getting 2 straight groundouts to Josh Printer at short. That ended that bottom of the second inning very quickly for the Sasquatch offense. It's going to be Landon Gaz. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance back in the first inning after the leadoff single. He leads off in this one. It's 2-3-4. First pitch, a big swing and miss at that one, low, almost in the dirt. Ackerman scoops it up. It's an 0-1 count, a pretty nasty pitch right there from Romero. It's Gaz, Frank, and Cabrenas due up. This is the part of the order that at least got a run across when Frank doubled advanced the runner to third, and then Cabrenas with a sac fly to left. Needing base hits now, trying to get the lead back after the Sasquatch tied up in the bottom of the first. That one fouled away. Romero gets up 0-2 early. Julio Romero has been pretty sensational in this latest part of the season when his last 2 outings, one in Fremont out of the bullpen, went 5 2/3, didn't give up a run, gave the Sasquatch a chance to come back. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so. 0-2 going to be fouled weakly down the first base line. A breaking ball jammed Gaz over there on the right side, and the count goes 0-2 still. The fourth pitch of the at-bat, the fourth pitch of the inning to the leadoff hitter, Landon Gaz, the first baseman, trying to avoid striking out for the second time today. He struck out looking in the first inning. We'll see what he does here, maybe change his approach. We'll see if Romero can get his second K of the night. 0-2 once again from Julio Romero. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. He waves that in, misses. Second strikeout of the day for Julio Romero. Second strikeout of the day for Landon Gaz as well. One away here in the third. Gage Frank comes up to the plate now, the center fielder. He had a monster double in the left center gap. That was so well hit. You know if Trey Forwald and Gage Crott can't get a move on and get to it, you know that one was well hit, and that's where Gage Frank put it. He is 1 for 1 with a double, looking to get a 1-out base runner. Gonna ground that one weakly over to Bachman. He takes 3 steps in, corrals it, the throw on the money, an easy play and a routine play for Ryan Bachman, quickly 2 away. Barely had to move over to his right. Ryan Bachman to what he does best, an easy ground ball, and he gets the retire at first. 2 away, Marcos Cabrenas. He's 0 for 0, with an RBI and the sac fly. He comes up now for what's technically his first at-bat of the game, sac fly, not affecting his average at all. Rusty Wortman, the catcher, standing on deck. We'll see if Cabrenas can extend the inning. Takes strike 1 on the lower half at the knees. It's an 0-1 count from Romero. Locating well in this one early on, Julio Romero does have that walk in the first and second inning, but since then, I mean, other than those 2 at-bats, really, it's been pretty well located all game. 0-1 to Cabrenas. Breaking ball inside, does not get the call. Cabrenas left it off, tried a front door slider that started the body and caught the plate. That one misses. Count goes 1-1. Romero trying to recreate a 1-2-3 in the top of the third that the Sodbusters got in the bottom half of the second, trying to maybe turn this game early. That was 1-1 after 1 into sort of a pitcher's duel here in the top of the third. That one on the lower half gets the call. Count goes 1-2. Julio Romero so close to getting out of this one in a quick 1-2-3 fashion. We'll see if this one, which we thought was going to be another high-scoring game compared to the 14 total runs we saw yesterday, we'll see if this one turns into a pitcher's duel as well. 1-2, Julio Romero collects at the chest. Here's the pitch. Front door slider, just missed the zone on the bottom half. Tried to get him low and inside. And even if you do take a swing at that ball, it is not going anywhere whatsoever. But Julio Romero misses. It's 2-2 with 2 away. Romero trying to get his quickest inning yet. He had 4 batters in the second inning due to 1 walk on Cale Jensen. Here's the 2-2 from Romero. That one in the dirt. Ackerman scoops it up. Count goes full. Romero hasn't located in the last 2 pitches, but now with a full count, needs to, unless he wants to see Rusty Wortman again. And then Nick Jones, who stands on deck, or in the hole, excuse me. Full count, here's the payoff pitch from Romero, trying to get out of this inning with a 1-2-3. Front door missed. Trying to do that front door breaking ball so many times, it starts to the body, not moving at all. There was Cabrenas, does not catch the inner third, a little bit too inside. Cabrenas works back in a 1-2 count, gets the walk. Third walk of the night from Romero. Now Rusty Wortman in the left-hand batter's box trying to get his night going as well. He walked in the first inning, was stranded on the Bates pass, but 1 run did come across in that inning. We'll see if he can keep this one going after a 2-out walk. It was a 2-out walk last inning as well, but Romero recovered well as he does there with an 0-1. Covered well after his 2-out walk to Jensen to the leadoff hitter Hiltbrand, who lasered one back at him off his foot and made that miraculous play, losing his glove, barehanding the ball at the edge of the mound, going over to first just in time. First pitch with a strike. Here's the 0-1 to Wortman. That one inside just misses. Ackerman tried to pull it back in. It's a 1-1. Already seeing a very different strike zone than yesterday's Game 1 from Josh Henwood. It was Kelly McNary behind the plate yesterday. We're assuming he's going to man the plate in Game 3 of this series and Game 2 of the day. We'll have to see what happens. 1-1 going to be lifted high in the air on third base line and foul. Crook started giving chase, realized that thing was never coming back. It's a 1-2 now. It was a 1-2 count to Cabranes, and then he managed to work 3 straight pitches to miss the zone and got on base. We'll see what Romero does here if he changes his approach now in a 1-2 count. Julio Romero checking the runner at first, but a really small lead for Marcos Cabranes. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Romero. Breaking ball upstairs. Cabranes takes off. That throw from Ackerman on the money, but no one was going to the bag. I don't think anyone expected Cabranes to take off, and I think he's hurt the bag. I think he slid face first into the bag at second. Trying to get up and walk around. Looked like he just completely lost consciousness. Obviously didn't. He's up moving around. Helmet came off. Looked like he just slid head first into second. I don't even know. Luis Reyes performing his best doctor impression. Getting a little bit of medical attention to Cabranes, who is now in scoring position with a chance of a base hit. Can give the lead back to the Sodbusters. A throw on the money from Ackerman. A nice throw from a catcher who had no idea a runner was taking off, but neither Bachman or Reyes was covering the bag at first. Bachman had to try to get on the backhand on the run as he was really late to cover that bag. Nonetheless, 2-2 to Wortman with a runner on second after the stolen bag. Outside, breaking ball just missed. Count goes full again. Another 1-2 count that turns into 3-2 and 2 straight breaking balls missed. Julio Romero trying to avoid the second straight 1-2 count that results in a full count walk. Runner on second. Julio Romero in a full count trying to avoid a second straight walk. That one upstairs at the eyes. It's going to be a second straight walk. Runners on first and second now. There was quickly 2 away, but now a little bit of trouble. Ackerman wants to have a word with this pitcher right now about what's going on. He sees Nick Jones, who had a weak ground ball that Romero took care of at the end of the first with runners on first and second as well, and now Romero trying to do the same exact thing perhaps right here with runners on first and second following 2 straight walks. Both 1-2 counts that Romero just could not finish off turns into 2 full counts, turns into 2 walks and 2 easy bags. Stolen base from Cabranes doesn't really matter anymore. Would have been moved up eventually with that walk anyways. 0-2 now for 2 away for Nick Jones. Here's the first pitch. That one outside, catches the zone on the fastball. Romero getting ahead of these hitters, but has been unable to finish off the last 2, having 2 1-2 counts just result in walks. Romero doesn't look phased by the runner in second. Checks him one time. Reyes and Bachman not even there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be hit weakly into center field. Croc going over on the run to his left, makes the catch. Gage Cobb was lined over to his right, comes over to the left, makes the catch on the fly ball. 2 2-out walks, but Julio Romero gets the final out. It's still a pitcher's duel going on since the first. We go to the fourth. It's 1-1 still in this one. Parker Bledgy set to lead off for the Sasquatch. Since the first inning where one run came across on each side, it has so far been a pitcher's duel. 1-2-3 the last inning for Dalton Juden. Bledgy, Vorwald, Bachman, the top of the order, going to roll over with Trey Vorwald on deck. Bledgy takes the first pitch for a strike inside, gets down 0-1. Juden has looked comfortable ever since that little bit of a trouble in the first inning with 2 straight walks to start it off. Could we be in for a pitcher's duel between Romero and Juden right now? Bledgy's going to roll the one over to third. On the dive, but can't make the play as Chavez gets by. It's a leadoff single for Parker Bledgy here in the third. A well-hit chopper over to third. Anthony Chavez on the dive, can't get to it. Preiner right behind him. He cannot get to it as well.
Number 3, Trey Vorwald.
Trey Vorwald up the plate worked a 5-pitch walk, a little bit of a questionable one in the first inning that might have shook up Juden a little bit. It was the first experience we got on the tight zone that Henwood's had behind the dish. Bledgy's going to take off right away. Vorwald pulls the bunt back. Bledgy slides in safely with a stolen bag.
And that is a stolen base brought to you by the False Bottom.
It's 0-1 as that one that Vorwald pulled back on for seeing Bledgy take off was still in the zone. 0-1 to Vorwald, but now the runner in scoring position. That's the lead run right now. Parker Bledgy standing at second. Sasquatch looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the third. Trey Vorwald looking to do a job here with the runner on second. Looking to lay down another sacrifice bunt down the first base line. This one off the edge of the bat and foul. It's an 0-2 count. 0-2 to Vorwald, so I'd have to think that the bunt is out of question here. Ryan Bachman standing on deck. Seth Nelson in the hole. It's the top of the order, the 1-2-3 for the Sasquatch after Bledgy's leadoff single and stolen bag that mans him at second base where he currently stands. Bledgy with a small lead. Cabrera's not holding. We'll see if Bledgy takes a big secondary here at the 0-2 to Vorwald. Big wave and a miss at that one upstairs. Vorwald goes down swinging, one away. Ryan Bachman up to the plate now. Walked and was stranded at second base back in the first inning. We will have to see what he can do right here. A big opportunity with a chance to get the crowd going here. A bit of a smaller crowd here in game one as it's the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday. We're expecting a bigger crowd here at night for game two. Ryan Bachman now the chance with the runner on second to capitalize on the leadoff single. First pitch outside for a strike. Good job by Wortman to pull that one back in. Gets the call. It's 0-1. Bachman on the season. Hitting well, but in a bit of a cold slump right now. Looking to break out of it right here. To drive in a run, that would be nice. That one outside left-hand batter's box. 1-1 count. Bachman left that one off.
Ryan Bachman.
Bachman had one yesterday drop, and sometimes that's all you need to see. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk and a single, came around to score. We'll see if maybe he can pick up a little bit of steam here. Gonna hit that one softly into right field. Over at third, Bledgy's gonna be stopped right there. It's a single for Bachman. Runners are at the corners. Boy, I think Ryan would have loved to hit one to right field against the Bake Sticks when they had a shift going on the left side of the infield. Nonetheless, gets a single here. His second base hit in the last 3 plate appearances that he has had.
Number 19, Seth Nelson.
Seth Nelson now up to the plate at a sac fly RBI to tie this game back in the bottom of the first. That scored Vorwald from third after he walked to lead up the game. He had another chance to do that too with one away and a runner on third. We'll see what Nelson can do right here. Upstairs leaves that one away. That one was untouchable at that. Seth Nelson in a 1-0 count. Talking to Seth earlier after game yesterday, before the game today, all he was getting was outside fastballs yesterday. That one, another outside fastball, but that one misses way out of the zone. Bachman takes off with a low inside breaking ball. He's just going to take the bag. It is a strike. Count goes 1-1. But Ryan Bachman now in scoring position, a traditional ground ball double play out of the question. Wortman elected not even to throw down right there, not wanting to give Bledgy a chance to come home at all. Surprised he didn't throw down and have it, be cut off by either Juden or maybe Printer. Nelson now grounds one down the first base line and fair. It'll be extra bases and it'll score 2. Seth Nelson going to second. He's got a 2 RBI double. The Sasquatch are in the lead 3-1. Seth Nelson, my goodness, just makes contact, puts that one directly down the line. A perfectly hit ground ball. He gets a second. 2 runs come across. It's 3-1 Squatch.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 27, DJ Van Atten.
DJ Van Atten comes up to the plate now. The first baseman reached on an error that seemingly was going to be disastrous for the Sodbusters in the first. Ended up not mattering as the next pitch was a successful double play. But now DJ Van Atten looking to get his first hit of the series. Takes ball one upstairs. One 0 count to DJ Van Atten as Seth Nelson mans second base. He got his third RBI of the night. That one low in the dirt. It goes for ball two on DJ. Van Atten with a 2-0 count now. He walked and was hit by a pitch yesterday as well. He also had two hammering balls to the left side of the infield. 2-0 count. Watches that breaking ball upstairs miss for a ball. It's 3-0. DJ Van Atten in an early hitters count. Auto take coming up right here with Luis Reyes on deck. Chaz Crook in the hole. The Sasquatch looking to keep the train rolling. They have 2 runs already this inning on Juden. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch to Van Atten. Runner takes off that one high. It's going to be a walk and a stolen bag for Seth Nelson.
That is another stolen base for
Nelson steals third. Van Atten walks on 4 straight pitches that miss upstairs. And DJ Van Atten mans first. Runners are on the corners for Luis Reyes. Seth Nelson, my goodness, he had the stolen bag this night where he's already 1 for 1, an extra base hit, 3 RBIs. Absolutely absurd of a night so far. Had the stolen bag. Van Atten works a walk. He mans first.
Number 9, Luigi Reyes.
Luis Reyes grounded into a 3-6-1 inning-ending double play in the first. We'll see what he can do here. Runners on the corners. Takes that one for a strike on the first pitch. Reyes had a decent night yesterday. 3 strikeouts, but also had a single and a double and a pair of RBIs. So we'll see what he can do here. Potentially a big chance to get the Sasquatch even more of a lead. Chops someone on the third base line and foul past the outstretched leg of assistant coach Anthony Peterson on the third base line. Reyes now got to put on a defensive swing real quick and do some damage. As an 0-2 count to Luis Reyes. 0-2 Reyes. Van Atten takes off. Upstairs is going to be a ball. Van Atten's going to be gunned at second, it seemed. And yes, he will. Tried to avoid the tag by going to the outside, but he was gunned. 2 away in this one. It's a 1-2 count to Luis Reyes. Reyes trying to score that run. All the way from third is Seth Nelson. Now needs a base hit to do it with 2 away. 1-2, 2 outs, Luis Reyes. Here's the pitch. Waves at that one in the dirt. Foul tipped it into the glove. Reyes strikes out to end the inning, but 2 runs come across due to Seth Nelson getting a 2 RBI double down the first base line. It's 3-1 Squatch heading into the 4th inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Seven, 8, 9 for the Sodbusters, due up for the second time today. Anthony Chavez led off in the second inning. And now he leads off here in the 4th. He flew out to right field in his last plate appearance. We'll see what he can do here against Romero as the leadoff hitter in the 4th. Takes that one low and inside, a fastball for a strike. Romero's had a little bit of trouble in every inning so far, except the second where it was just one walk. But other than that, men on first and second to end the inning in both the 1st and the 3rd. We'll see if he can get out with a pretty efficient inning here in the 4th. Sasquatch did put up 2 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as that one misses inside. Count goes even. It was Seth Nelson's base clearing 2 RBI double down the first base line. And it was a beautifully placed ground ball from Nelson. Turned on that one and got a little bit lucky with the placement. He trotted in the second base standing up, has 2 RBIs. He has 3 on the night. All 3 of the Sasquatch runs have come off the bat of Seth Nelson. That one in the dirt gets by Ackerman. Count goes 2-1. Chavez, Printer, and Jensen do up. Combined 0 for 3, or 0 for 2 with a walk, going to Cale Jensen back in the 2nd inning. Sasquatch finally have more hits. They finally got some hits on the board. They have 3 hits, 3 runs up to this point. 2 hits and 1 run for the Sodbusters. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one low again. Bounces in the dirt. Going to be a 3-1. After a first pitch strike to Anthony Chavez, Julio Romero throwing 3 straight pitches that have missed the zone. It's a 3-1, threatening to lose the leadoff runner. A leadoff base runners only come in the 1st inning, and that's where the Sodbusters scored. So Julio Romero trying to do what he's done in the last 2 respectively and retire the leadoff man. 3-1 going to be chopped foul back into the, into the netting guarding the Hastings dugout. 3-2 now from Julio Romero, a chance to fight back after falling down with 3 straight pitches in the dirt with a 3-1. Good pitch there, got a foul off, and now a full count. Romero trying to recover, get rid of the first batter of the inning as he's done so in the 2nd and 3rd. Here's the 3-2 from Romero to Anthony Chavez. That one's blown away and he waves at it. The 2nd straight leadoff strikeout for Julio Romero. There's one away here in the 4th. Julio Romero, beautiful pitch right there. He went fishing on that one. Chavez goes back to the dugout. He has struck out a lot in the last 2 games. I believe that is number 4. Going back to look, that is number 3 of his in the last 2 games so far for Anthony Chavez. Down looking as the first pitch flown high in the air in the right field. Bledgy goes over to the line, settles under it, makes the basket catch. Parker Bledgy makes the catch down the right field line. There's quickly 2 away following the full count strikeout to lead off the inning. Cale Jensen worked the walk in the 2nd inning, was the only base runner in that said inning. He is one of 4 walks so far in this one. And now he comes up here with 2 away once again. Last time he had 2 away and was up to the plate. He worked a 2-out walk. That one outside takes for strike 1. Julio Romero up early after getting that quick 2nd out. Romero collects the chest now, trying to avoid getting to the top of the order for the 3rd time here in the 4th. Chopped weakly over to 2nd. Bachman stays where he is, collects it, throw on the money. 1-2-3, Julio Romero gets out of the 4th with seemingly ease. After the first at-bat took 6 pitches, the next 2 outs took a combined 3. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up, Sasquatch lead 3-1, looking to get a little more cushion for Julio Romero.
All going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Chaz Crook leading off the inning here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 6-7-8 once again for the Sasquatch. This 6-7-8 went 1-2-3 back in the second inning. We'll see if they can get going against Juden right here after 2 runs in the bottom of the third and then a 1-2-3 by Romero in the top of the fourth. First pitch chopped over to third. Chavez on the run makes the grab, goes over to first. The throw in the dirt but scooped up by Gaz. One away after the first pitch of the inning. Chavez over to Gaz. A beautiful play on defense from both sides of the corner of the infield.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 28, Nolan Ackerman.
Nolan Ackerman up to the plate now. He grounded out to short in a 3-1 count in his last at-bat. We'll see what he does here in his second Sasquatch at-bat. First pitch checks his swing on that one, leaves it off. It's called for a strike at the knees. 0-1 to Ackerman. Gage Crott standing on deck. Both Ackerman and Crott grounded out the short last inning. Last time they were up in the second. We'll see what they can do here with one away after a leadoff ground out to third. Checks his swing, holds back. Looked like he wanted to take a hack at that one. Good thing he didn't, as that breaking ball sailed really far into the left-hand batter's box. 1-1 now to the Sasquatch catcher, trying to build a big lead now for Julio Romero. Puts that one down the first base line. Gals goes over, gets it, goes over to first. The throw is high. What a play to knock it down. Was on it, couldn't get it onto his backside, was laying down trying to go back to first base to get it to Juden, who covered it. And we're going to mark an infield singer for Nolan Ackerman. Might have beat it anyways, we don't know. It's going to be a really close play and a tough call for field umpire Kelly McNeary. Doesn't have to, as the throw sailed over the head of Juden. And for the throw to sail over the head of a 6'6" pitcher, that throw's got to be pretty high. Brings up Gage Crott to the plate now. Ground out the short. Puts the first pitch over to second. Cabranes goes to short. Printer goes over to the bag at first. The throw in the dirt, but picked up by Gaz. First pitch of that one after the single by Ackerman is a 4-6-3, and the Sodbusters go 1-2-3 as well. We go to the fifth, 6th, and 7th inning of this game 1 of 2 7-inning games, the doubleheader. Sasquatch leading 3-1. Julio Romero trying to keep his momentum going. Kyle Hiltbrand leading off. He's up for the third time here in the fifth, trying to avoid a second straight 1-2-3 inning. Julio Romero went 1-2-3 in the top half of the fourth, and then Dalton Juden came back with another 1-2-3 despite a one-out single from Nolan Ackerman. Strike one, finds the zone on Hiltbrand. Lined out to Romero in his last at-bat in the second, did single, and has the only run of the game scored in the first inning for the Sodbusters. That one inside, gets out of the way on that one. Had the dive on the way of that one, and now in a 1-1. 1-2-3, do it for the Sodbusters. It's Hiltbrand, Gaz, and Frank. This top three are combined 2 for 6 onto the day with 2 Ks, both due to Landon Gaz, who stands on deck. 1-1 now. Romero looking to get a quick first out again. Every time he's gotten the first out, he's gotten out of an inning. The one inning he let up a first base runner. That one's hit weakly over to second. Bachman on the run. One hop in the shallow right field. The throw in time. Ryan Bachman, a beautiful play at second. And just like we were saying, Julio Romero for the third straight inning fourth straight inning now, excuse me, gets a leadoff out. It was that first inning where it was a leadoff single by Hiltbrand, ended up scoring. Since then, it has been a fly out to right, 2 strikeouts, and now that beautiful play by Bachman on a hit that looked like it could have blooped its way into shallow right field. Brings up Landon Gaz right now. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts to Romero. That one in the dirt. He gets up 1-0. Gage Frank standing on deck. Marcos Cabrenas in the hole if needed. It's now 2-3-4 following the leadoff hitter out to Bachman on one that we thought maybe could carry a little bit. Ryan Bachman gets it off 1 hop. As that one misses inside, it goes 2-0. That one bounced off the edge of the dirt here in the infield next to Bachman and seemingly straight up into his glove. It was just meant to be that he was going to gun the runner at first, and he did, but now a 2-0 count to Landon Gaz. Big swing and a miss, a daddy hack on that one if I've ever seen it, and now it's a 2-1. A big swing on that pitch, missed it, and avoids going down to 3-0. Julio Romero trying to fight back after falling down 2-0 to the 2-hole hitter and first baseman. 2-1, here's the pitch from Romero. That one in the dirt, low at the ankles, call for a strike. Might have been pulled up a little bit by Ackerman, but a good pitch from Romero. That one just framed by Ackerman perfectly. It's right at the knees, borderline, and Josh Henwood's zone has been so tight, might see that call the ball, but nonetheless not. 2-2 now, Romero trying to sit down Gas for the 3rd straight time. Outside corner, doesn't get the call. Another good spot from Romero, and that's a close one right there. A beautiful pitch, just missed outside. Count goes full. Full count out of Landon Gas, trying to retire him via strikeout for the 3rd time tonight. Here's the payoff pitch from Romero. In the dirt and low, he walks. It's a 1-out base runner. Landon Gaz avoids striking out for the 3rd straight time in this one in his 3rd plate appearance. Walks on a full count pitch in the dirt. He trots over to first. It is a 1-out base runner for Gage Franco at a monster double when he had 1 out and a base runner in the 1st inning. We'll see what he can do here in his 3rd plate appearance. Puts that one up the middle, hard for a single. Runner advances to second, and now runners on first and second. A little bit of trouble for Romero. We'll see what he does here to Marcos Cabrenas. First pitch sends that one sharply up the middle, gets on base. Gage Frank continue his night. He's 2 for 3, a double and a single. He has put the ball everywhere too. He pulled his double down into the left center gap. He singled up the middle, and then he grounded out to Ryan Bachman at second base. Marcos Cabrenas now up to the plate. He's 0 for 0 still with a walk and a sac fly. He has the 1 RBI in the night for Hastings, looking to get another one. Takes strike 1 inside. Romero locates well after letting up that single to Frank. Rusty Wortman on deck. This 4-5 spot for the Sodbusters has 3 walks in their 4 plate appearances, and the other one being the sac fly by Cabrenas. With runners on first and second, a big opportunity here. That one skied high in the air and foul. 0-2, Romero up quickly on Cabrenas now, trying to get something going and get out of this little jam he put himself in after a pretty quick leadoff out. That was to Ryan Bachman. Walked Gaz, a single by Frank up the middle, and now an 0-2 count to Cabrenas. Marcos Cabrenas down in 0-2. Julio Romero trying to get a big second out. Inside, did not get the corner. Pretty hard for Ackerman to try to pull that one back in. He tried his hardest, but that one's pretty hard to frame in a tough spot. Count goes 1-2. There's some action going on in the Sasquatch bullpen. Looks like Nicholas Esparza's just getting loose right now. No action going on in the Sodbusters bullpen. Romero low in the dirt, pulled up by Ackerman. It's 2-2. So we're going to assume that Dalton Juden's going to keep going for his 5th inning of work after Julio Romero eventually hopefully gets out of this top of the 5th inning jam. But for now, it was an 0-2 count. Now it's 2-2 to Cabrenas. 2 straight pitches low. We'll see what Romero can do. That one low again. Ackerman tried to hold it, didn't get the call. The 0-2 turns into a full count now. 1 pitch away from potentially walking. The bases loaded. It's been a walk and a single in this one. We'll see if Romero can locate and avoid taking an 0-2 count and rewarding a free bag to Cabrenas. Here's the payoff pitch with 1 away. That one in the dirt. Cabrenas walks for the 2nd time tonight, and the bases are now juiced. Hastings 1 hit away from potentially tying this game with a ball hit to the outfield. Jarrett Hunt wants to have a word with Romero. Nicholas Esparza in the bullpen, but doesn't look like he's hot yet. He's just now starting to throw from emotion, so maybe head coach Jared Hunt signaling to Anthony Peterson over there by the bullpen to get him going, but this is going to be Romero's jam to hopefully get out of. He's got Rusty Wortman and Nick Jones up. Wortman has walked twice. Walked in the first inning, walked in the third inning, has been stranded at first both times. Now we'll see what he can do here. A hit to the outfield could potentially score. Gas from third it will, but Gage Frank standing at second now. He's the tying run. Julio Romero trying to get out of a big jam. Bases juice with one away, trying to preserve that 2-run lead that he has here in the top of the 5th inning. Nicholas Esparza getting ready, has someone standing next to the catcher practicing with a batter in the box. Strike one out of the mound visit, from Romero. It's an 0-1 count to Rusty Wortman. Nick Jones standing on deck, and Jones is 0 for 2, but the way he's been hitting the ball lately in this series, a dangerous bat to have up with the bases juiced. Corner of the infield playing in, potentially trying to get a force at the plate if the ball's hit directly to him. Breaking ball outside, comes back in, finds a zone. 0-2 from Romero. A big second out could be right here. Rusty Wortman in an 0-2 hole. He's walked twice, but now down 0-2. Romero was up 0-2 on Cabrenas, and then 4 straight pitches missed his zone to award him a free bag and load the bases. That one in the dirt, checked his swing, gets by Ackerman, goes to the backstop, throws to Romero. The tag in time! Nolan Ackerman, what a play! And Romero, the tag, quickly 2 away. That is exactly what you need to do. Oh my goodness, making his name known here in Spearfish early. That one in the dirt, bounces seemingly in front of the plate, gets by him. That's a tough one to block as a catcher, but recovered, slid to the ball at the backstop, goes to Romero, and that's a big second out. Still with 2 strikes, potentially could get this huge third out here and leave this situation with the lead. Runners did advance to second and third, so still a chance to hit the outfield could tie this game. 1-2 count for Romero. Here's the pitch. That one chopped at and fouled off the inside of the bat. Count remains at 1-2. Cannot even express how big that out is. My goodness, now 1 pitch away from Romero potentially getting out of this. Here's the 1-2 once again from Julio Romero. That one low inside in the dirt. Count goes 2-2. The 0-2 turns into a 2-2, but still just 1 pitch away. After having the bases loaded and 1 away, getting that big out on a pass ball, looked like he was going to score the second run of the game. Now 1 pitch away. Julio Romero in a great spot here. We'll see if he delivers on the 2-2. Collects the chest. Here's the 2-2 pitch with 2 away from Julio Romero. That one swung, hit sharply over to short. Luis Reyes off a hop on the backhand. Cross diamond throws on the money. Vintage Luis Reyes. My goodness, give him the Gold Glove of the Independence League right now. Julio Romero gets out of the inning. Bases juiced, 1 away, no run score, a 2-run lead preserved. Heading into the bottom half of the 5th inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
the bottom of the 5th inning for the Sasquatch. Number 5, Parker Bledgy.
My goodness, if you're just joining us, you just missed the craziest top of the 5th inning of all time. Bases juiced and one away. A wild pitch that gets by Ackerman, bouncing the dirt in front of him, goes to the backstop. Nolan Ackerman, in his first game in the Sasquatch uniform, letting his name be known here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Slid to the backstop on his leg guards, flips it to Romero, gets the big out, and then Luis Reyes, my goodness, on the backhand, gets the final out, moving to his right on the backhand, off balance, crossbody throw across diamond, retire it to preserve the 2-run lead. Parker Bledgy up now in a 1-1 count. Takes that one high at the head, breaking ball almost nailed him right in the head, just like his Montana State University Billings teammate Jack Naylor had earlier in the year. Bledgy has a single today, one of the 3 hits for the Sasquatch. He's leading off in this one, and he rips that one over to short. Printer steps in off 2 hops, cross diamond, throw on the money, quickly one away. Grounds out to short for the first out of the inning. Now it's Trey Vorwald for the 3rd time today, and Ryan Bachman quickly will follow. Talked of Trey earlier in the game. If you saw the interview on the pregame show here for the Sasquatch on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. Vorwald has been great for the Sasquatch all year. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored with also a stolen base. He now comes up with 1 away, watches the first pitch, go in the zone for a strike. And it's not just the batting for Trey Vorwald, it's the defense, the speed in left field. It's just been absolutely absurd for the Squatch all year, and especially as of late. Watches that one in the dirt. Count goes even at 1-1. Nicholas Esparza has stopped moving in the bullpen. We'll have to see if Julio Romero keeps on going after getting out of that jam, or if head coach Jared Hunt makes the move to Esparza to close this one out. Chops that one foul off his own leg down the 3rd base line. And that one had to hurt, but a 1-2 count. There's no one getting loose in this Hastings bullpen. And, I mean, it kind of makes sense with the way Juden's pitched. He has pitched pretty well through 4 innings, only 3 runs. All of them earned, as Seth Nelson has been absolutely a monster. He has 3 RBIs. He stands in the hole. If Vorwald and or Bachman can get this offense going here with 1 away. Hastings used 2 pitchers yesterday, same as the Sasquatch. So in a 9-inning game 1 of the series, only using 2 pitchers per side. That's definitely going to help later on in this series. Vorwald fouls that one off in on the hand, stays alive. The count remains 1-2. Helps more for the Sodbusters than it does the Sasquatch, though. The Sasquatch, with I believe it's 16 or 17 pitchers on their roster. You look at Hastings, only about 10. That one going to be chopped up the middle right into the glove of Juden. Jogs over to first, flips it to Gaz for the 2nd out of the inning. Vorwald put up a fight, but ultimately grounds out back to the mound. There's 2 away. Ryan Bachman comes to plate. He singled in his last at-bat and came around to score on that big Seth Nelson 2 RBI double that put the Squatch in the lead where they're at. Nelson standing on deck. We'll see if Bachman can get on first again or potentially get in scoring position. That one outside left-hand batter's box. Wortman, a little bit of athleticism right there, keeps it, and it's a 1-0 count. Bachman singled and stole second base. And now we'll see what he can do here. Watches the same breaking ball go in the left-hand batter's box for ball 2. Nelson and Van Atten, the 3-4 on deck and in the hole respectively. We'll see if Bachman can get a 2-out rally going. He's in a 2-0 count now. Upstairs, the 3-0 count to Ryan Bachman. Juden gets through the first 2 hitters fairly easily with Bledgy and Vorwald, both with weak groundouts, and now falls behind 3-0 to Ryan Bachman. An auto take coming up right here from the Sasquatch second baseman. There it is at the strike at the 3-1 count. Bat did not leave the shoulder. Now Ryan Bachman in a 3-1 count trying to get a 2-out base runner for the Squatch offense to potentially put more runs on the board and get an extra cushion here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1, here's the pitch from Juden. Bachman is that one on the right center gap. This one could be 2. Ryan Bachman, that one's going to go to the wall. He's going to go all the way to second. Anthony Peterson, we'll see if he waves him. He holds him right there. He probably could have made it to third right there, but they elect to play it safe. Ryan Bachman improves on his night, gets a double. He's got a single, a double, and a walk. My God. Ryan Bachman's also been phenomenal tonight. He's got a single, a walk, a double. He's 2 for 2, and now it brings up Seth Nelson, who has 3 RBIs, is 1 for 1 with a double. Let's see if he can get another one to his night here with Ryan Bachman in scoring position and 2 away. Bachman went opposite field there, put it in the gap. He stands in scoring position now for Seth Nelson, the red hot bat in the 3 spot. Bachman with a nice lead at second. Here's the pitch to Nelson. Watches that one outside for a strike. Another outside fastball. Feels like that's all he's been getting in the last 2 or 3 games that he's played. 0-1 count out of Seth Nelson. A big spot here for him. He's already got 3 RBIs on his night. We'll see if he can make it 4, if he can potentially drive in Bachman from second. Nelson watches that one go in the right-hand batter's box. Good job by Wortman to grab that one. It's a 1-1 count. DJ Van Atten standing on deck. He's 0 for 1 with a walk as well. We'll see if potentially Nelson can keep this going. He'll get a hack at things. And we'll see what exactly Seth Nelson can do on the left side right here, having himself a day already. 1-1, here's the pitch to Nelson. Rips that one in the right field. This will at least be a base hit. They're going to send Bachman. Ryan Bachman making a run for the plate. The throw at first is not in time. Ryan Bachman's in. Seth Nelson an RBI single. It's 4-1. He has all 4 RBIs, my God. Seth Nelson, my goodness.
And an insurance run by the Sasquatch.
He has been sensational. Today he's got a single, a double, and 4 RBIs. Holy cow, Seth Nelson. DJ Van Atten comes to plate now. A runner in scoring position as Nelson advanced to second on the error from Landon Goss. His throw, he cut off the throw from right and then tried to go home to Wortman, and it was way high and allowed Nelson to go in scoring position now. Van Atten watches that one later. Wortman scoops it up in front of him. Keeps Nelson, over there at second. 1-0 to DJ Van Atten. There's still no one moving in the Hastings bullpen. A lot of confidence right now in Juden to get out of this one. Van Atten skies that one foul on the pitch upstairs. Head coach Joel Schipper and pitching coach Vinny Carone not making any movement for anybody over there. Not even a soul or a body standing anywhere near the dugout, or anywhere near the bullpen, Everyone just standing in the dugout waiting with 2 away here, trying to get Dalton Juden to get out of this one. An uncharacteristic start from him. 1-1 to DJ Van Atten. Here's the pitch. Watches that one go in the zone. He gets behind 1-2. Dalton Juden just trying to get out of his 5th inning of work. He has let up 4 earned runs. This is very uncharacteristic of him with a 3.38 ERA this year. And now has 4 earned runs in 4 2/3 so far. 1-2 to Van Atten. Juden collects at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one hits DJ Van Atten. Another one. He gets hit by pitches a lot, and he gets hit by pitches a lot on 2 strike counts. DJ Van Atten, I guess, has a magnet in his shoulder because he's on first. Runners on first and second, but with a 1-2 count, 1 pitch away from Juden getting out of it. A breaking ball slips, and this one, it strikes DJ Van Atten. Luis Reyes, 0 for 2 on his night, trying to get his first hit of the game right here. He's grounded into a 3-6-1 double play and struck out to end the 3rd inning. Reyes with a big spot right here to try to expand this lead or at least keep this inning going for Chaz Crook, who stands on deck. First pitch, Reyes watches the breaking ball go outside for strike 1. It's an 0-1 to the Sasquatch shortstop. Reyes has not had the most fun day in this one. Struck out to end the 3rd inning. He has gone out to end each the 1st and 3rd inning. Now he finds himself up in the 5th. See what he can do here with 2 runners on. See if he can do something to get his first hit of the night. Big rip at that one. Count goes 0-2. Luis Reyes in a hole quickly against Dalton Juden, who blew that fastball right by him. Reyes in an 0-2. Dalton Juden trying to get out of this one with just the 1 run to come across and stop with 2 runners stranded. Here's the 0-2 from Juden. Reyes rips that one over to short. Chavez can't get it in. The left field's going to score a run. Nelson on the horse around 3rd. He's going to easily be safe standing up. An RBI single for Luis Reyes. It's 6-1 Sasquatch. Or 5-1, They have absolutely been firing on all cylinders in this one, keeping the momentum going. Luis Reyes comes up to the plate, and he gets an RBI single to his night. Chaz Crook now up to the plate. Runners on first and second. He's also 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. We'll see what he can do now here. Reyes was also over 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, but he managed to get one past the diving glove of Chavez into left field. Outside, Crook watches it go for strike 1 on the outside of the plate. Count goes 0-1. The exact same thing Reyes watched for the first pitch. We'll see if Jazz Crook can recreate history that Luis Reyes just got his first hit of the game and an RBI onto his night. Crook watches that one hit the handle of the bat, but they'll say it got his hand. He'll take his bag. Marcos Cabreras, he has a little bit of displeasure over there at second base. His hands are up once again. It's the third time he's put his hands up in displeasure of a call today. But nonetheless, base is juiced. Bases are loaded for the new guy, Nolan Ackerman, 1 for 2 on his night, looking to get his first RBIs in a Sasquatch uniform. He has been sensational in his first game. He's 1 for 2 with a single, but he's also had that big, seemingly game-changing play, sliding behind the plate on a wild pitch, getting the guy at home, giving me Davis Carr flashbacks from last summer for Sasquatch fans who have any idea what I'm talking about right there. Nolan Ackerman now in a chance. Bases juice with 2 away, trying to add on to the lead. Big spot here to try to add on to the 5-1 lead. 2 runs already have scored this inning on Dalton Juden. First pitch skied high in the air to left field. Coming in is Jensen. He settles under it, makes the easy catch on the first pitch to Ackerman. Bases are juiced. They're stranded juiced, but 2 came across. It's a 5-1 Sasquatch lead heading into the 6th inning of work. Julio Romero going back out in the bump. Julio Romero back out on the bump for his 6th inning of work here, working with a 5-1 lead after 2 more runs came across in the bottom of the 5th. 1 via Luis Reyes RBI single, 1 via a Seth Nelson RBI single for his 4th RBI of the game. He gets up 0-1 early on Nick Jones. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Sodbusters here as Jones fouls off that one quickly in an 0-2 hole. It's Nick Jones, Anthony Chavez, and Josh Printer due up. This part of the order, 6, 7, 8, has not had a fun day against Julio Romero. We'll see if they can change that here and try to just get back into this one. It's the top of the 6th inning of a 7-inning game 1. Upstairs, that one misses at the chin. Count goes 1-2. Romero's gotten in a lot of 1-2 and 0-2 counts, but in a few of them, I believe the numbers 4 has fallen back and ended up giving a free bag. So we'll have to see what Romero can do here. Got up 0-2. That one missed. That one misses outside as well. Count goes even 2-2. Seems like Romero, when he gets up in counts, feels that obviously you have pitches to play with, but once he plays with those pitches, it ends up being a full count, and then just can't finish the job. Now with the 2-2, looking to avoid a 0-2 full count. Swing and a miss at that one, low at the knees. A leadoff K for Julio Romero. 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. 5 outs remaining on Hastings' offensive night. Julio Romero with his 4th strikeout of the game. And now looking for Anthony Chavez, who is one of the strikeout victims tonight. Chavez has struck out and flown to shallow right field. We'll see what he can do now with 1 away. He represents the 5th life. There's 5 outs remaining in this game 1 for this Hastings offense here in the top of the 6th. Romero inside gets the zone for strike one. He's commanding early and commanding well early in counts. He's ahead on another hitter. We'll have to see. But we'll have to see if he gets on another 0-2 and then see what happens after that. Because it's been all 0-2s that get back to even. 0-1. Here's a pitch from Julio Romero to Anthony Chavez, the third baseman. Gets another one. It's 0-2. He was up 0-2 to Nick Jones and ended up going back even a 2-2 before getting the strikeout. We'll see what he can do here with a few pitches to play with. Maybe try a front door breaking ball that just catches the outer third and gets him frozen for his second backwards K of the night. Julio Romero with an 0-2 count, looking for the big second out of the inning after striking out Nick Jones. Here's the pitch to Anthony Chavez. It was a front door breaking ball. He tried to get the low inside corner. He can't believe it. Chavez just laid it off. It's a 1-2. What a spot from Julio Romero. My goodness, that pitch was a thing of beauty, and he almost made Anthony Chavez look like a fourth grader. 1-2 now. Julio Romero trying to get that big second out and get through this inning quickly. We'll see what he does here with the 1-2 pitch. That one low and away. The heater just missed. Count goes 2-2. It was an 0-2 count to Jones. Count went 2-2. He got a strikeout. It was an 0-2 count to Chavez. Count went 2-2 after two straight balls. And then and we'll see what he does here. If he can repeat history, maybe get another K. Josh Printer standing on deck, and then it'll be the 9-hole hitter, Cale Jensen. Here's the 2-2 from Romero trying to get a second out. That one's going to be chopped weakly. It's the same exact thing. We'll see what he can do here. Jones had one foul ball with 2 strikes in his at-bat. We'll see what Romero can do here now as it's 2-2 with 1 foul ball. 2-2 count from Romero. Chavez putting up a nice little fight. Does not want to be a quick and easy second out in this inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Romero with 1 away. Swung on to hit weakly over to Reyes. 2 hops. Reyes fields on the forehand. Cross diamond throw is perfect. 2 away. Luis Reyes proves to still be pretty dang reliable over there at short. 2 away. Brings up Josh Printer. He has put the ball in the air twice. A line drive to Luis Reyes. If you remember that one back in the second inning where Reyes didn't even have to budge to make the play. And then he put one on a line to right field that Gage caught to lead off the top half of the second inning. Romero now working quickly. He's got 2 up, 2 down. We'll see what he does here on Printer. First pitch swung at and waved at low. It's strike one, 0-1 once again. Third straight first pitch strike. We'll see if Romero gets in his third straight 0-2 count right here if he can deliver. Cale Jensen due on deck. He's the only person in this 6, 7, 8, 9 with a base. And now Josh Printer's going to join him as the 0-1 gets away from Romero as a hit by pitch. Almost a 1-2-3 inning, but that one got away from Julio Romero. It's a 2-out base runner when Josh Printer takes one to the lower left leg. It now brings up Cale Jensen.
Left fielder, Cale Jensen.
Jensen is 0 for 1 with a walk back in the second inning. We'll see what he can do here. He's been a part of 2 of the shortest innings of the day for Julio Romero. That one upstairs misses for ball 1. He walked in that 4-batter second inning and then grounded out to second base to end that 1-2-3 fourth inning. Now is the 4th batter Romero's seeing here in the 6th after hitting Printer with a pitch. That one's flown high in the air and foul back behind the Hastings bullpen. Count goes 1-1. Julio Romero is working very efficiently. Nicholas Esparza still getting hot in the bullpen. He's ready to go if a little bit of trouble is found here by Romero. Have to see what head coach Jared Hunt is thinking here, but Romero trying to get out of it. That one inside, got the lower inside corner. Called for a strike, 1-2. Julio Romero looking for his second strikeout of the inning, and they get out of this one with just 4 batters faced. Julio Romero in a big spot. 1-2 with 2 away. Here's the pitch. That one's flowing away. Foul. Count remains 1-2 to the 8-spot hitter, Josh Printer. Or no, excuse me, 9-hole hitter, Cale Jensen. Printer standing on first. He's got a really small lead over there. He's not even thinking about budging unless there's contact. Romero not even looking at him. Shakes off the first sign. Second sign he liked. Here's the pitch. That one going to be chopped over past Bachman in the right field. It's going to be a single. They're going to hold Printer at second. It's a 2-out single following the 2-out hit by pitch and a little bit of trouble for Julio Romero. Just the 4th hit of the ball game for this Hastings offense. Jarrett Hunt wants a word. We'll see if he makes the move for Nicholas Esparza or if he trusts Romero enough and just try to calm him down as he faced Kyle Hiltbrand for the 4th time tonight. And that's going to be the end of Julio Romero's night. 5 2/3 innings, so far 1 earned run. We'll have to see if Nicholas Esparza can retire the 2 runners on base and keep that at his night. Julio Romero, an absolutely spectacular outing. We'll see if Nicholas Esparza can help him keep it at 1 earned through 5 2/3. We'll be right back here, giving you more information on Nicholas Esparza as he tries to get the last out here in the top of the 6th.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Nicholas Esparza out of the pen for the Sasquatch here, trying to get this crucial last out here with 2 runners on. A little bit of a scare. Julio Romero's night is done. 5 2/3. He's given up 1, only 4 hits. We will see if that is how it stands with Nicholas Esparza trying to get the big last out on Kyle Hiltbrand. Hiltbrand has grounded out his last 2 at-bats, 1 back to the mound at Romero and 1 over to second base where Ryan Bachman was able to get him out to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Now comes up here in the 6th with 2 runners on, a chance to put a dent in the Sasquatch lead. Nicholas Esparza looking to get other plans. That one upstairs misses for ball 1. 83 mile-an-hour fastball on that one from Esparza. That one just sailed on him upstairs. It's a 1-0. Standing on deck, Landon Gaz. This top of the order's had a little bit of trouble. We'll have to see if Esparza can take advantage of that and get this big last out. Romero's runners on 1st and 2nd. Nicholas Esparza trying to keep his night amazing. Runners are going to take off. That one finds his own. Ackerman's throw to 2nd. 1 hop, Bachman the tag. He's in there safely. It's a double steal. What a throw from Nolan Ackerman, but what a jump at 1st from Cale Jensen. Now runners on 2nd and 3rd in a 1-1 count for Nicholas Esparza trying to get this big Albanow hit in the outfield. Could put 2 more earned runs on Julio Romero's night and make it a 2-run lead for the Squatch. That one outside, that one missed, and it's a 2-1. Joe McBride is out there stretching in the bullpen, so maybe if Esparza gets through this, we might see McBride come in for the last inning. I don't know. Or maybe that's just precautionary McBride getting ready for maybe being hot for next game. Here's a 2-1 count from Nicholas Esparza. That one misses all the way in the left-hand batter's box. It's going to be a 3-1. You do have a bag open over there at first with Landon Gaz standing on deck, who has not had a fun night, but you don't want to load the bases and put the tying run at the plate here with 4 outs remaining on Hastings' offensive night. 3-1 from Esparza. Here's the pitch. That one low, it's going to be a walk. Bases are juiced now, and it's going to be Landon Gaz, the first baseman, tying run at the plate for the Sodbusters here. 2 away quickly in this top of the 6th, and then it'll hit by pitch. A single and then a walk, and now here's where we stand. Landon Gaz comes up here in a spot to put a dent or potentially tie this game if he can find some power. He has struck out twice tonight and walked in his other plate appearance. First pitch misses outside in the left-hand batter's box from Esparza. It's going to be a 1-0. 1-0 count to Landon Gaz, and here we go. Nicholas Esparza in a big spot trying to get this crucial last out and keep it a 4-run lead heading into the top half of the 7th inning. That one finds the outside of the zone. A nice fastball from Nicholas Esparza finds the zone. It's 1-1 fighting back after the first pitch missed pretty bad. Nicholas Esparza, this is definitely the moment he lives for. Told me he was hot out of the pen today. He's in a big spot here. 1-1 to Landon Gaz. That one's going to hit him. A run's going to come across, and the bases remain juiced with 2 away. Uh-oh, right there. Landon Gaz gets hit in a breaking ball that just got in, and the bases are still juiced with the tying run now on base and the go-ahead run up to the plate, represented by Gage Frank. McBride has grabbed his glove. He's starting to toss around. Uh-oh for Nicholas Esparza right here. Now with the red-hot Gage Frank, he's got 2 hits, a single and a double. He's got a chance now. If he can clear the bases with a double down the lines or in the gap, this game could be tied, but 2 away. Nicholas Esparza looking for that big out. That one fouled off the edge of the bat. Esparza let Romero's second of the night score, so Romero with 2 earned runs on his night now, and it's a 5-2 game. Also responsible for the runner over there on third. We will see if Nicholas Esparza can get out of this one as a big spot for the righty. 0-1 count as the first pitch was fouled off. Here is the second pitch of the at-bat to Frank. Breaking ball absolutely fooled him, found the zone. Esparza with an 0-2 now trying to get out of it after the breaking ball slipped away and hit Landon Gaz. 0-2 count. Esparza's got some pitches to play with. See if he can fool Gage Frank again, who is hot with 2 base hits. Half of the base hits for the Sodbusters had come from this bat out of the right side. 0 for 2 from Nick Esparza. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout. 1 run comes across, but the bases are stranded loaded. It's a 3-run lead heading into the bottom half of the 6th. Some insurance runs for the Sasquatch trying to close this one out for a Game 1 victory in the doubleheader.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Gage Crott set the lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Some insurance runs for the Sasquatch, much needed here. They lead by 3, but trying to add on here, it's Gage Crott. He falls off the first pitch. It's an 0-1. Joe McBride had stopped moving in the bullpen. Have to imagine the head coach Jared Hunt walked over there and said this is Nick Esparza's last inning to get it. That one gets his own quickly. 0-2 to Crott. He has put the ball on the ground both times. Once to short and once to second, so really spreading the ball out. We'll see what he can do here. If he can find a happy middle, put it up the middle for a base hit. 0-2 to the center fielder. Here's the pitch from Juden. That one up at the eyes. Did not even budge. No flinch from Gage Crott. It's a 1-2. Still Dalton Juden on the mound. He's looking to get his 6th inning of work in. He has not had a great night with 5 earned runs. We'll have to see what he can do here. Crott gets that one off the end of the hands. Fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. Parker Bledgy on deck and in the hole. Trey Vorwald for his 4th at-bat of the game is standing in the hole. Could be the 3rd batter this inning, and maybe with 2 away, but maybe a base runner if Crott or Bledgy can get on as Crott fouls off that breaking ball. Gage Crott had a big RBI double in the final game against Dickinson. In that game, he was 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Did have that big RBI double. Watches that one upstairs, and it's a 2-2. Gage Crott fighting off early, the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up from Juden. The Sodbusters so far through 2 games riding their starters to the very end every single time, as that breaking ball just missed the zone. Looked like it could have froze Crott instead at the full count. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Crott put up a quality at-bat. Number 8, here's the pitch on the payoff. Outside, Gage Crott walks over to first with a lead-off base runner for the Sasquatch. Parker Bledgy comes up to the plate now. He singled at the first hit of the ball game for the Sasquatch back in the 3rd inning and came around to score the go-ahead run.
Right fielder Parker Bledgy.
Parker Bledgy now to the plate. Grounded out to short in his last plate appearance. Had a single over there into left field in the 3rd inning, so has pulled both of his at-bats. They check Crott over. It's going to almost get by Gaz right there, but he keeps it in front of him somehow. That one was almost going to hit Crott. Then Gaz had to go over and try to go over Crott while keeping the ball in front of him. He does. Crott stays at first. Bledgy, Vorwald, Bachman now due up. Crott takes off. He's going to slide into second. He's got a stolen bag. Another throw on the money from Wortman, but a little bit too high.
The false bottom bar. Head down to the false bottom after the game to enjoy nightly drink special.
An absolute beautiful jump from Gage Crott. He's got another stolen bag. He's in scoring position. The Sasquatch staying aggressive here despite being up 3, looking for more cushion for Nicholas Esparza. Bledgy now with an RBI opportunity, the runner in scoring position. We'll see what he can do now with a 1-0 count. Parker Bledgy watches that one drop in for strike 1. Count goes even at 1-1. No out, so Parker Bledgy, Trey Vorwald, Ryan Bachman, and Ryan Bachman's been hot. Vorwald and Bledgy have each reached once. Vorwald via walked the lead off the game, and Bledgy singled back in the 3rd. Bledgy with an 0-2 count, excuse me. Here's the pitch. Grounds it one over to 3rd, pass to go Chavez. Crott's going to go to 3rd. He held up at the bag at 2nd, waiting to see if that ground ball got through. It's going to be a single for Bledgy. Runners at the corners with no outs. Parker Bledgy is 2nd single of the night. He is 2 for 3.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, Trey Vorwald.
Trey Vorwald up to the plate now, looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen bag, and a run scored. See what he can do here with runners at the corners. A job to be done. A job can be done here even if it's a double play ball. A run should most likely score from Crott. Puts one in the air for a sacrifice fly. We'll have to see what Trey Vorwald can do here. See if he can drive in a run and make the cushion 4 for the Squatch. Ryan Bachman on deck. Seth Nelson now in the hole. He's been on fire. We'll see if he gets his 4th at-bat of the game. Vorwald's going to chop the one down the 3rd base line. Chavez fields in fair territory. Throw across diamond is low. The stretch from Gaz. He's not in time. Trey Vorwald's got an infield single. They're going to say he was off the bag, but Vorwald made it close at that. It's an infield single for Trey Vorwald. Bases are juiced. And they're juiced for Ryan Bachman. A single and a double. Ryan Bachman now up to the plate with a big spot. Ryan Bachman to the plate. He's got a single, a double, a walk, and he could have a chance to get a pair of RBIs on his night. First pitch, Bachman watches go low and away for strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. Or excuse me, that one was called for a ball. A little bit of confusion here between us and the scorekeeper. I don't even know what's going on. That pitch was beautiful. Looked like a strike to me. Nonetheless, second pitch of the bat to Bachman. Fouls that one off. Now Ryan Bachman waiting his third pitch of the at-bat and an 0-2 count. I'm always right, Ian. You're always wrong. Just want you to know that one. It's an 0-2. 0-2 count to Bachman. No outs, runners or juice. Sasquatch trying to get some insurance. Ryan Bachman has been hot today. We'll see if he continues. That one low at the ankles. Wortman trying to pull it back up. It's ball one. Bachman a good leave on the lower fastball. If Ryan Bachman can drive in runs right here, man, oh man, his night would also be spectacular. He could join Seth Nelson as guys with huge offensive nights. 1-2 to Bachman. Here's the pitch. Ground zone over to short. He's going to get an RBI, but it's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 away. 1 run comes across at the 4-run lead. Crotch scores. Bledgy goes to third, 90 feet away. Seth Nelson a chance at another RBI on his night. He's already got 4 of them. Seth Nelson here up 2 away, man on third. Seth Nelson now with a chance. 6-2 lead for the Squatch. A chance to make it potentially a 5-run lead. He's going to call time at the left-hand batter's box, step out, and now step back in for the first pitch of his at-bat. He has a single, a double, a stolen bag, 4 RBIs, a chance to make it 5. He watches strike 1, the breaking ball, go in the middle. It's an 0-1. Seth Nelson's been unreal today. We'll have to see what he can do. McBride is up and moving again. Gotta wonder what the decision is onto the bump. Waves and misses at that one low and away. Count goes 0-2 to Seth Nelson. Looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game. He had that sac fly to tie this game up in the first that scored Vorwald. Had a monster double that scored 2, and then had a single that also scored another run, but now in an 0-2 count. Chops that one up the middle. It's going to get by the glove. It's an RBI single, his 5th RBI of the night. Seth Nelson, my goodness. Seth Nelson has been unreal today. He gets his 3rd base hit, his 5th RBI. He's 3 for 3. Holy cow. That bat has been scorching hot. DJ Van Atten up to the plate looking for his first base hit of the game. He takes strike 1. He's walked and been hit and reached on an error. Did the exact same thing yesterday. Walked, reached on an error, and got hit by a pitch. Just did not find a base hit. Takes that one upstairs. It's a 1-1. You would have told me DJ Van Atten was not going to have a hit in the last 2 games, and that's the only information you told me, I would have thought maybe the Squatch were 1-1 at best. But no, they're up 5 here with a 2-1 count to Van Atten in Game 2, looking for their 2nd straight victory against Hastings and looking to make it 3 potentially with Game 2 tonight. That one's going to get by Wortman in the dirt, but it's going to bounce down the first base line. Nelson's going to stay over there at first. 2. That one in the dirt. It's going to be a 3-1 count. 3-1 count here at Black Hills Stadium to DJ Van Atten, as that one was in the dirt. Nelson standing on first base. DJ Van Atten with a chance to get on base once again. It would be the 4th time he's reached today. Watches down in the dirt. He's going to take ball 4, and he can't believe it. He has not seen really a pitch to hit today since the first inning when he reached on an error by Marcos Cabrenas. Another walk for Van Atten. Nelson goes to scoring position for Luis Reyes, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat. We'll see if he can do it again here with a runner on second, a mound visit for the Sodbusters. There is an arm moving around, but no one hot and ready to go. Gotta think Dalton June's going to keep on going. We'll have to see.
Offering exceptional title insurance and escrow.
107 tonight. He's got 3 more until he can be done with it. Or this is his last batter unless it takes less than 3 pitches. The rule being 110, but it will be his last of the night. Dalton June's night ends, and not the night that he hoped for when he woke up this morning. And definitely not the night or the afternoon that Vinny Carone and Joel Schipper had in mind when they slotted him on the lineup card. 7-2 lead, 2 away with 2 runners on for the new bullpen arm. We'll get you more information on that when we come back.
605-717-5849 or visit the office on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish today at Creed Bookkeeping. And on the bullpen for the Sodbusters, number 30, Caden Crissola. Let Creed Construction help you build your dreams and futures, specializing in custom homes, framing, finishing, siding, and cabinetry. Call today at 605-569-0701 for Creed Construction.
Bullpen arm out with 2 runners on and 2 away, trying to keep this at a 5-run game and keep it at least somewhat in grasp for this Sasquatch offense. But Luis Reyes has other ideas. He's up to the dish here, coming off an RBI single back in the 5th. He takes the first pitch, a breaking ball, the first pitch of the night for a strike from the bullpen arm for the Sodbusters. It's Caden Crissola. He's appeared 5 times at 6 innings, 3 strikeouts and 7 walks in those 6 innings. So we'll see what he does here to Reyes. That one outside caught the zone. A little questionable on how that one caught the zone, but it did. It's an 0-2. That's a bit of a helpful call, I feel, from Josh Henwood behind the dish right there. Good job by Wortman to pull it back in, but an interesting call there to make it 0-2 on Luis Reyes. Looking for his second base knock of the game. Waves at that slider down the third base line, and foul, just a little bit foul. Was going to be a really hard play if he wanted to do anything right there. Flip it to third. He's going to have to hope that Josh Brenner came in. To go to second would have been tough off balance, and to go to first would have been near impossible. Nonetheless, count remains 0-2 as that one just goes to the left of the foul line. 0-2 two-way for Luis Reyes. Chaz Crook on deck if he can get up to the plate. Reyes watches that one up and in for ball 1. Reyes coming off that RBI single, and we'll see what he can do here. He went to left field his last time. This would be a big spot for Luis. He's also grounded out to first. We'll have to see where he puts this baseball if he can touch it. Checks his swing on that one in the dirt. It gets by Wortman, and it's a live ball. He just was sitting there. Runners are second and third now with a 2-2 count. I think maybe they think it was fouled off by Reyes, and so does head coach Joel Shipper. He is so adamant that that one was fouled off. I want to see the replay on that one, Mr. Caleb. Can you please show me up here in the booth? Waiting for the YouTube stream to load while the umpires talk about it. But I don't know how you reverse a call. Reyes obviously checked his swing. Have to see here if this YouTube stream will load for me. Go back. It's the same call. No, they will call it a foul ball. Runners will go back. Looked like it was the same as didn't budge from first was from second was Van Atten, but he's going to go back to first. Nelson goes back to second. And here we go. Luis Reyes in. A 1-2 as that one is going to be called a foul tip. Luis Reyes with a 1-2 count and a chance to have more RBIs and a base hit onto his night if he can put this one past the infield. Gonna hit that one hard into the right center gap. Going over is Frank on the run. Look to make the catch. He can't. It's at the wall. Luis Reyes is going to be a 2 RBI double. He continues his offensive excellence in the last 2 games. He has had Hastings' number.
Luigi with a double.
It's Ouija time here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It's a big lead now for the Sasquatch. My goodness, it's 9-2. They have lit up Dalton Juden, who ends his night with 5 2/3 and 9 earned runs. One error from this Sodbusters defense back in the first, but it did not matter. And since then, the Sasquatch with 11 hits, 9 runs. Now Chaz Crook a chance to make it 10. Watches that first pitch go low in the dirt for strike 1. Nolan Ackerman standing on deck. And the Sasquatch with Gage Crott in the hole, he led off this inning with a walk. Almost hanging around. We'll see if they can, if the offense can keep going. That one in the dirt. Wortman keeps in front of him. Reyes retracts back to second base. It's a 1-1 count. Luis Reyes improves to 2 for 4 on his night with 3 RBIs. He has also been sensational in his offense. Between Luis Reyes and Seth Nelson, there's 8 RBIs. That's absurd. Crook's going to sky the one high in the air in the foul territory on first base line. Gaz coming in towards the dugout. The sliding play. Can't make the catch. Would have been absolutely spectacular towards that Sasquatch dugout. He cannot keep the ball in his glove. Crook is going to live to see another one. It's 1-2. That's a hard play to make and would have been an unreal play to make. Landon Gaz can't control that one. It's 1-2 as the crowd's starting to fill out here at Spearfish as the day keeps going on. 5:42 the time here in Spearfish, so I don't think the 6:05 original time for Game 2 to start is going to happen, but looking like to be a little bit closer to nearly 7. 1-2 to Chaz Crook. Here's the pitch. Waves at that one in the dirt and strikes out. A big inning from the Squatch. Insurance runs were needed and insurance runs were delivered with 4 of them at the 9-2 lead heading in the top half of the 7th inning.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
Three outs remaining for the Sasquatch to walk away with a Game 1 victory. It has been domination to this point, 9-2. And Nicholas Esparza back out onto the bump, trying to get through the heart of this lineup and finish out this one, his first foe. We have Marcos Cabrenas, who has 2 walks and a sac fly RBI on his night. He is looking for a leadoff and just any life for this team. Maybe not to win this one with a 7-run deficit, but to get some life going into Game 2. Cabrenas, Wortman, and Jones. It's a pretty good 1-2-3 in this inning as the 4-5-6 for the Sodbusters to face Esparza. First pitch chopped down the third baseline and foul off the netting that protects the Hastings dugout. Nicholas Esparza came in to get that last out. 1 run did reach bases via bases loaded hit by pitch, but that was it. It went on Julio Romero's line, finished with 5 2/3 and 2 runs. Spectacular to start this one, and Esparza trying to close it out. Waves at that one, checks his swing, but it hit the outer corner. 0-2 now to the leadoff hitter, Marcos Cabrenas. Rusty Wortman standing on deck, and Nick Jones, who's 0 for 3, had a monster night last night, but has not had fun tonight. He stands in the hole as the third batter in the inning. 0-2 from Esparza. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit weakly over to third, past the glove of Crook into left field, a leadoff single for Marcos Cabrenas. A little bit of life, maybe, for the Sodbusters team as they trail by 7. A nice weak hit ground ball, but Chaz Crook unable to get to it past the glove of Reyes at short as well, just in that one little weak spot where no one can get over to it. And it's a lead off base runner here. Brings up Rusty Wortman. He also has 2 walks in this one, but no base knock. Inside, gets out of the way on that one. A fastball from Esparza. Just missed on that one. It's 1-0. Wortman grounded out with the bases juiced in the 5th to Reyes. That was the beautiful cross diamond throw from Luis Reyes. Off balance on his backhand. We'll see what he does here. Upstairs, Esparza gets down 2-0 to Rusty Wortman. The Sasquatch trying to get a big win here and make it 2 in a row after dropping Game 3 to Dickinson. That would have been, if they win that game, this could be number 4. But nonetheless, they're looking for number 2. Esparza checks the runner over at first. No tag. He's back in there safely. letting him know he sees him. Rusty Wortman up, Nick Jones on deck, and Anthony Chavez, he is due up in the hole. This part of the order has not had a lot of luck. A combined 0 for 7 with 2 walks. That pitch fouled off from Wortman. Esparza fights back with a 2-0 with a competitive fastball that is fouled off for 2-1. Esparza looked good, but a couple fastballs have gotten away, and that's what gets him behind in this count. And we'll see what he does now. Came back with a nice competitive pitch there to get fouled off. 2-1 now to Rusty Wortman, the catcher. That one outside, chopped to Reyes. Dives the infield grass. Reyes to Bachman. What a play. Bachman, the bare hand, got the runner at second. My goodness, that would have been the most gorgeous double play I've ever seen in my life. Reyes flipped it from his glove to Bachman. He had to jump up a little bit and barehand. If he would have been able to get the runner at first, it would have been gorgeous. They get the lead runner. It's a fielder's choice. Rusty Wortman reaches. Oh my God, that would have been the epitome of this Sasquatch middle infield duo. If Reyes and Bachman turned that, I don't even think I could have formed a coherent sentence for you guys back at home. 1 away, Nick Jones up to the plate, he's 0 for 3. Wave and a miss at that one, a beautiful pitch from Esparza that gets him to go fishing a little bit in the dirt. Runner on first is Rusty Wortman. He reached on the fielder's choice that we just saw when they got Cabranes, the lead runner, over at second. It was a weak ground ball. If that ground ball is hit a little bit harder or this grass isn't a black hole, that's easily a 6-4-3 for this Sasquatch infield. That one in the dirt. Ackerman scoops it up, keeps it in front of him. It's a 1-1. We might have been sending that play to Sports Center if Reyes and Bachman were able to get that to Van Atten. Yeah, that might have been heading over to Sports Center and being on the top 10 plays. And unless a 1-1 count from Esparza, here's the pitch. That one's drilled down the line in the gap. Bledgy going over, into there. Crot's going to call him off. He'll make the catch. Looked like Jones pulled that way more than he did. Bledgy took one step to his right immediately and then realized it was not pulled at all. Goes to the left. Crot veers all the way over into the gap. He makes the catch. There's 2 away. Anthony Chavez 0 for 3 on his night. He's done everything. He struck out, he put the ball on the left side of the infield, and he flew out to right field. Want to see what he does here. He's the last life for this Hastings team. Man on first, Nicholas Esparza looking to get out of this one easy after the leadoff single. That one outside, catches the zone. First strike one. He has looked so confident in his stuff. Since that leadoff single, he did fall behind 2-0 to Wortman, but fought back in that, got the weak ground ball, and then gets that weak fly out from Jones to right center. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Esparza on potentially the last batter of the game. That one in the dirt and away, tried to get him to go fishing. Good patience by Chavez. Doesn't bite. It's a 1-1. Esparza trying to work quick here, but Chavez steps out on that one. He now steps back in. We'll have to see what happens. No one holding the runner over there at first. One last life for the Sodbusters in this one. It has not been their night. That one upstairs the letters just missed on the fastball. Count goes 2-1. Nicholas Esparza with a first pitch strike. He falls behind now at 2 straight that missed the zone. That one was at least really close right there. We'll have to see what he brings here at the 2-1. On the 2-1 count to Wortman, he grounded out to short. Got on the fielder's choice. We'll see what happens right here to Chavez. That one waved that on the outside. 2-2 with 2 away. 1 pitch away from leaving with a 9-2 commanding victory for the Sasquatch here. It has been all of them all game, and we will see Kyler Miratello officially for Game 2 later on here after the conclusion of Game 1. He's getting loose in the bullpen, getting ready for his start. 2-2 count, 2 away to Anthony Chavez. Nicholas Esparza looking for the dagger. Crowd getting behind him here. The crowd is filled out here in Spearfish for him to close out this game. That one misses outside. Count goes full. The runner will get a head start, but Nick Esparza still 1 pitch away from ending this one and getting out of here with a 9-2 victory. Had a little bit of trouble when he first came in the game, but he has looked pretty sensational since then. They give up that weak single, but every contact that has been made has been a very weak ground ball. 3-2 count from Nicholas Esparza. Here's the payoff pitch. Could this be the dagger to Anthony Chavez? And it hit him. Well, it was not the dagger. This game's going to extend. Josh Printer going to come up to the plate. He is also 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch by Romero on a 2-strike count with 2 away. That really propelled. He scored that run for Hastings. He scored on a bases loaded hit by pitch back in the 6th. And now he's up again. Still the last life for this team. Esparza trying to get out of this one with a win. Breaking ball hit hard into left field. This should score 1. Vorwald's going to get the throw in, and the runner's going to stay put. Now he's going to take off. Over to a little trouble. Ray has a relay throw home. He tried to fake and get him off guard. 1 run comes across. It's an RBI single for Josh Briner, and this one isn't over yet. A little bit of life. It's still a 6-run lead for the Sasquatch. Nicholas Esparza trying to get out. Now he's got Cale Jensen, who is 1 for 2 with a single, homered in yesterday's game with a moonshot solo home run in the 2nd inning. And Nicholas Esparza trying to get out of this now and preserve the win for the Squatch here in Game 1, up 6. Cale Jensen on the top of the order if needed, delivers first pitch strike at the knees. A good spot from Esparza. See if he can recover after letting up that single in the left that ended up a run scoring. Here's the 0-1 to Cale Jensen. Chopped weakly over to second. Ryan Bachman corrals it. Ryan Bachman ends the game. Nick Esparza left up a run at the 9-3 victory here in Game 1 for the Squatch. My goodness, the story of this game. Julio Romero doing an absolutely phenomenal job out there on the mound. Seth Nelson, Luis Reyes combining for 8 RBIs. Seth Nelson having 5. Luis Reyes checking in with 3. It's a Squatch victory in Game 1. Game time for Game 2 of the day will be released shortly at all social medias. We will start a new stream on that one. No pregame show for Game 2. I'm Sean Massa signing off on this one. Thank you for making me a part of your Saturday afternoon. I hope to see you, and I hope you make me a part of your Saturday night for Game 2. The Squatch looking to make it 3 in a row versus Hastings on the weekend.